Hello, folks. How are we doing today, gang? Great to see you all here. Brian early, slightly earlier this evening. I just felt like streaming earlier. Not much more to it other than that. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. We are here with pre-season. Before we get too far into things, FPL Kid, thank you very much for the 15-month sub. That is a long-ass time to be subbed with the Prime especially. Thank you, brother. Gang, I'm doing good. How about you all? I've spent today chilling out, which does mean that I am going to have to sort out Monday's Park to Prem video over the weekend. But do you ever get to that point? I guess not many people are in the position I'm in. But basically, I think we all get that vibe where you kind of get to a day and you just want to do nothing. And you just feel like you just need a day of decompressing. And I guess I'm fortunate in the sense that when I feel like that, I can actually have a day like that. And it's such a nice thing to do. I guess when I worked, I'd always just delay it to the weekend. But the fact that I can now, you know, especially if I know that it's the weekend coming up, just kind of chill out a little bit. It's just a really nice feeling. Where's my loving Jack, says Twisted Muppet. You're not getting any loving from me, sunshine. But I do appreciate you being here. Today's your last day of year 11, so it's been quite eventful. Damn. Do people still do the thing where like everyone signs each other's shirts? Is that a thing that's still done? I guess if you're in year 11 now, like you've basically spent the second half of year 9 and the whole of year 10 and then the first half of year 11 not in school, or certainly in and out of school. I feel like that in a weird way, you'd feel less close with your peers, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm out of touch. I guess we all still have technology to keep in contact, don't we? I guess there's a few people in that position where you guys are wrapping up from school. Enjoy school. I mean, some people say school is the best days of your life, and whilst I'm definitely not someone who necessarily agrees with that wholeheartedly, I do look back on my time at school fondly and think, you know what? Those days were good. I'm glad that I was able to savour them. Hey, Dougie, how were the Pokemon cards today? I got some good cards. Like I got so there's like a subset with Astral Radiance where they have trainer cards, like these full art trainer cards with the Pokemon themselves. And I got the most valuable one in that set twice, which is the Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp. So I might sell my second one on if I can. The centering on both of them is pretty good. So they were okay. They weren't amazing. I didn't get any of the super valuable cards, but like the card that I pulled twice is worth about £28, which obviously when you're spending £200 for 72 packs for 2 cards individually to cover kind of half the box of one of the boxes, that's not too bad. But yeah, really good cards, really. I miss school a little bit, to be fair. To be fair, I do as well, Lewis. I feel like there's that freedom that you don't really realise you have until you're a slave to the machine that you had at school. Like the stuff you don't have to worry about. What's he on about? I'm talking about Pokemon cards. Ah, right. Shall we play some Football Manager? That is why we're here, isn't it? We've got pre-season. Football Manager, are you here? You are here. Good stuff. There would have been a bit awkward if Football Manager just didn't open, wouldn't it? But yeah, hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. You spent 22 hours playing WWE 2K22 because you couldn't really fall asleep, which doesn't help a lot. I feel like as someone who's had bad insomnia, if you're up for 22 hours, there is like a point where I'm sure you might have done this. I don't want to diagnose people. I'm not a doctor, everyone, in case you haven't realised. But if you're like consistently awake for 22 hours straight, that is the point where medication or at least some kind of consultation is usually good to go for, if you're not. Speaking of slaves to the machine, you're my background at work. Well, you are going to have a very fun work day, I hope. Work the doctors. Not sure about that. You still go out drinking with your mates you've had since primary school. To be fair, I have like a group of friends that I grew up with in secondary school. It's weird, right? I like moved house when I was 11 across, well, a significant distance to the point where you kind of lose contact with people you went to at school before that. Of course, that's also like before the days of the internet. But like, I'm still really good mates. I do a yearly holiday with a group of friends I grew up with in secondary school and stuff. I think having that kind of group of friends that you can fall back on is really important. Did I bottle the league? Look, we didn't finish top. We didn't win it. Fram are the reigning champions, but we did get second in the league for what it's worth. IBV, by the way, who missed out on promotion, now massive favourites to go up this year. I feel like they were a very, very good team that we pipped to promotion. We are now the favourites to get relegated. Wait, Jack, Turkey aren't in the EU. Don't you worry, Waldo. Oz can. Part Belgian. Part Belgian. Thought ahead about that. But, yeah, this is how we're lining up at the moment. So, I think we've got Mycon joining us. For people who missed yesterday's stream, recommend going and watching it. It was a fun stream. We have got Mycon joining us. And I think he's going to play centre defensive mid for me, having never played there in his career and aged 40. I think that's the plan. And if he gets injured, can either... I'm now wondering, actually. Could Sorry play Regista? Probably not. I mean, his passing's good, but his vision's not good enough. Oz can... You know what? Oz can probably could. Oz could play Regista. Other than the 4 flare, I'd probably actually be more likely just to play him as a deep line playmaker on support, which, to be fair, he could actually do for us. So if Mycon's legs did drop off or he got injured, it's not too much to adjust. Will your season preview position change after the signings arrive? I hope so, but obviously no guarantees on that yet. Hey, Endoblastic, how's it going? Chat, the new season of Life is Strange came out today, didn't it? Not Life is Strange, Stranger Things. Life is Strange is a good game. But no, Stranger Things, the new season came out, like Volume 1 today. Without giving away any spoilers, has anyone watched it, and was it good? I feel like the first season, it kind of peaked. And I didn't love the most recent season, but I will give it the benefit of the doubt and give it a watch. From what I've seen, it seems like it's a bit grittier, which I think is probably a good direction for it to go in. I feel like because of all the issues they have with production because of the pandemic, and also they've had the issue of all the actors kind of hitting puberty and growing and changing as a body does as you hit puberty, everyone. It's kind of a bit awkward in terms of like the timeline of the show, like, and then looking back on previous seasons. What's the new Life is Strange game like? I've actually not played the latest Life is Strange game. The last one I played was Before the Storm, which I think is just a prequel. But yeah, no spoilers. I'm not like the biggest Star Wars lover in the world, but I do need to watch The Mandalorian still. I understand from a business point of view, like why... streaming services now kind of drip feed their content out, because what Netflix used to do is they drop something, everyone talks about it for a week and then binges it, and then the discussion's gone, which is obviously where traditional TV, that you kind of have a conversation around what's happening because it's released on a kind of week-by-week basis, and obviously streaming services have moved in that direction. But what ends up happening for me, at least, is I like just sitting down and dedicating a day to binge watch. And because I can't do that until everything's out, something gets released completely, and then I just forget to go back to it. So, like, I've still not watched The Mandalorian 1 or 2. Is anyone else like that? Like, where they're a bit of a binge watcher? Like, yeah, Plaffy just mentioned Lost. Like, when Lost came out, I was in... How old would I have been when Lost Fever was really kicking off? I was like 15 or 16, maybe a year older, actually. But, like, you'd have so much discussion about it constantly. It's weird, right? Because there's certain things I do watch on a week-by-week basis. But yeah, I'll get around to the like Star Wars like TV shows, I'm sure, at some point. But it's not something that's like really high on my watch list, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the movies have gradually got worse. I'm certainly not one of those people who's like, make Star Wars great again or anything like that. But at the same time, I do feel like they've just kind of... There was clearly a lack of direction with the most recent trilogy. Yeah, you see, this is the same as me. Although, ironically, I know a lot of you guys who watch the YouTube videos aren't binge watchers. Although maybe you are someone who lets videos on YouTube build up till the end of the week. This guy's not bad. I wonder if I should be signing players from the Media Dream 11 at the league below us. Like, I was about to say there might be some good players, and I'm actually looking at the players, and they're really not that good. Like, IBV's left back here has Icelandic caps. He's 22. Like, surely he would be worth signing, right? Is he better than Juliusson? Yeah. What's our transfer budget at? 77k. I wonder if I can get him cheap. I should probably do that, right? I mean, IBV are so heavily favourites to go up that maybe looking at the players in their team is not a silly move to go for. That left back as well that they have is really reasonable on his wages. If you want something awesome to binge, could I recommend Park the Prem on YouTube by someone called WorkTheSpace? That sounds fantastic. In fact, I can go watch that by that guy. I wonder if I just steal a load of their players. I'm now looking at their team going, you've actually got a fair few good players. Look at international. What Icelandic players they got with caps? This guy's, wow, he's good. He's really good playing for IBV. He'd be really good for our team. How much are they going to want? Doesn't have any interest in the move. He wants our squad to be significantly improved before he'd consider joining. We'll make an inquiry. We might as well see how much they want. We've got when the new players join, when the transfer window opens again, it might open up the opportunity to sign him. I mean, this guy's not a bad centre-back, but I don't need him. I disagree about the recent trilogy. They were good, not great. Toxic fandom, screwed perception. These vocal diehards wanted the movies to be exactly like the trilogy, but completely different. I feel like the expectations were set impossibly high, but I don't feel like they were great movies. There were so many weird, like, loose ends that just weren't resolved, and just question marks in the writing. This is coming from someone who is not a die-hard Star Wars fan, not by any means, but worked as a cinematographer for years. Like, the visually stunning, but the writing let it down. Some of the character development, and some of the characters were just wasted. Am I going to do that? I am really surprised. I am really surprised he accepted that offer. I think I might have to do it, chat. Homegrown in nation players are going to be really hard to come by. This guy's the national team left back, or at least has been at some point. Okay, we've got staff contracts expiring now. Our head physio wants a ridiculous rise that I can't offer him. I guess he's going on to a monthly rolling contract. Please tell me you're not going to be the same. You are going to be, well, not going to be able to sign our staff to new contracts as they want their wages doubling. I'm still on the Fernando episode, Fernando Torres episode of Park the Prem. Still loads of catching up to do. I envy people who discover my series late. Like, that must be a fun binge watch. Oh, right. 69 days and the Icelandic League Cup begins on the 8th of February. When do our actual players join us that we've agreed to sign? Pape Kamara, 18th. Wait, so the players we've agreed to sign join after the League Cup. Brilliant. Brilliant. Who scheduled this competition to begin before the transfer window opens? Actually, that's a good point. Who is our staff member who provides the player reports? Gunnar Sigurdsson. let's see of our staff members who has the best judging ability and potential. Wrong bit. Right, Finn Bonnickson or Sigurdsson? Actually, our best guy is the guy already on it, I think. Gunnar Sigurdsson. Was he the guy on it before? Yeah, he is. Len the Welsh, mate. Thank you very much for the 3 months. He's coming with the yeah. I'll press the button. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. I just feel like I can't do it on command. You can't switch on passion. Okay, our inquiry has been dismissed for this bloke. I'm going to offer 10k and see what they say. Okay, now they come back to me and go, actually, we want this much. I mean, I can't afford him. But I'm tempted just to see what they ask for. Ugh. You know what? Let's see what his wage demands are. I won't go from that price, but I'm curious. I can't believe we're signing Mycom. I can't work out if that's great. Also, this song slaps. Chat, is the volume okay on the music? I have to change the music volume for you guys every stream, and I always just hope I've set it to the right amount. Oh my word. Yeah! Twisted Muppet coming in with a 5 gifted, and the Julian Brandt, yeah, plays. I can't do the same passion. I feel like, you know, when you get famous voice actors and someone asks them to say their iconic line and they just say it with no passion because they've been forced to say it so many times. That's me with the word yeah. Twisted Muppet, mate, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I really do appreciate the ongoing support, dude. You're always in the streams. Am I signing this guy, chat? I think he's probably worth signing, isn't he? He's versatile. He can play left back. He is going to cost a fair chunk of change. I'm a little bit wary of the fact that we have this transfer budget from how I've rejigged the budget, but we are in the red. But I'm just going to spend the money we get given. With this signing, our committed spend is going to be 200 below the wage budget. But I can maybe move on Juliusson. Right, Juliusson's on a 650k. That's mental. I mean, would I play Juliusson deeper? Or would you just try and sell him? He's homegrown at club, though. I mean, we could have them both. Maybe Juliusson would play in midfield as the ball winner. I mean, to be fair, both are pretty versatile players, which with our schedule and stuff is going to be important anyway. Right, Steel, thank you so much for subbing with the Prime. The prize money here is not amazing. What is the prize money if we do well? I feel like only the top few teams get prize money. Okay, if you don't get relegated, you get given 11k, everyone. We're going to be rich. I think I am going to sign this guy at left back because if nothing else, he should have some resale value. He's signing a 3-year contract with us. And there's no relegation release clause, which is good. I'm going to sign him. Long-time YouTube watcher, first-time stream watcher. Hey, welcome on in, right, Still. I appreciate it, dude. It's really cool seeing people come over from YouTube to Twitch for the first time. I feel like maybe I don't plug the Twitch stuff enough on YouTube. I feel like I'm always wary of plugging it too much. This guy's really good. Really, really good for our team. I mean, could Juliusson play Regista? No, not with that dribbling. But he probably could play deep line playmaker on defend as a backup, right? What if instead of a Regista, it's just a deep line playmaker? I mean, Mycon's got to learn to play it anyway. Hey, Lemon the Duck, let's go. Binge watching this today. Gas to be here live. Yeah, I mean, if you're coming on in and you're sat thinking, what's going on? Good news. IBV accepted an offer for us, but he doesn't want to talk. Good news. This save game only started last Friday. You've only missed 4 streams before this one. So if you feel like you're up for a bit of a challenge, you could feasibly binge watch everything up until this point and know what's going on. We're quickly approaching our wage budget unless I shuffle some budget back, which I could actually do. That other transfer's already gone through now, right? That gives us £800. That's 2 squad players. And then our current squad size is 23 players. Plus the new left back. Things I've got good Johnson as well, who can play left back. Between this guy and Good Johnson, I mean, he's way better than Good Johnson, to be fair, but Good Johnson is only 18. Maybe I do look to sell on the other guy. But I can't see anyone outside of Iceland making an offer for him. And I also don't think we're going to be able to sell players right now because it's a weird time of the year. What am I drinking tonight? I'm drinking a can of energy drink, everyone, because I'm a beacon of health. Where's Phil in the save in terms of tier now? We've just entered the top division of Iceland. We've just entered the top tier of Iceland. Yeah, we have only got one first-team goalkeeper now. Good spot. What happened to our other goalkeeper? Oh, I demoted him. I probably should get in another goalkeeper. You know what, chat? Good observation. That's why you blokes are here. Looking for an Icelandic goalkeeper without a contract. This guy is the only player with more than half a star rep. He's not great. This guy's wearing a hat. He's not great. This guy we've actually scouted. I mean, he's been playing for a random super lower league team. He actually doesn't look terrible as an emergency backup. If I can get him for nothing, I'll take him. I can get him for nothing. In that case, yeah, we'll take him. How does he compare actually with the other guy, Georgeson? I mean, between them, they'll do, right? Simon Preston is back up from Three Bridges. I can't, John, because he's from the UK, which is non-EU. And there's a limit on non-EU players. Hey, Jack, have you heard the newest song by Stereophonics called Forever? I think it'd suit your tastes. I have not. I'm going to note that down now so I can listen to it later. Type without knocking my energy drink over. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Right. What leagues are in this save? So I have got mostly loaded up the Nordic leagues. However, as you can tell by the player count, I've got players across Europe loaded. So the way I've got it set up is any team that starts in European competition has a full roster of players. For example, Red Star Belgrade, even though I don't have Serbia loaded, all of Red Star's players are in the game. And that applies across Europe. So if you name a continental quality European team, the theory being here that all the teams that we meet in European competition will have good squads. I'm trying to think of a chat. Name a random team. Could be anyone. Someone who's playing in the Conference League. Let's go Conference League outside of Nordic. Someone said Leeds. Now, because Leeds aren't in Europe, I actually don't know how full out their roster. Okay, well, you can see that. They've got all their players. Basel. Should we look at Basel? Basel, there you go. They've got all their players. Olympiacos. I mean, someone's written Dundee. I did say European quality. Sorry, Dundee. Also, they've not said which Dundee, which you have to be careful about. I mean, does Dundee have players loaded? We'll go Dundee United. They're the better Dundee, right? Yeah. So you can see here, like, pretty much every team across Europe, at least at the kind of level we're going to meet them at in the Conference League, will have proper teams and stuff. So we're at Reading. I doubt Reading have their full team. I'm gonna temper expectations. But let's have a look. Reading. Actually, they've got way more players than I thought they'd have. So there you go. That's kind of, because I know people ask what leagues you have loaded, but I don't have that many leagues loaded. I do have a load of players actually loaded, which does have a few little side effects in terms of the transfers these teams do between themselves. But with a save game like this, where we're going into the distant future, I don't want to have loads of leagues loaded and the game slow down a load as we go forward. Maicon is back, poorly drawn Arsenal. The king has returned. We had him in China. He joins us in 2 months. Which is going to be exciting. Did anyone see the guy with a crazy picture there? He's vanished now. We'll never see that man again. Please tell me someone saw the guy. He looked like he was wearing a hat and like a snood. How do you do that? The view only leagues? No, so you force load nations. You could base it into database size where it says large, medium, small. You can go to custom and in there select regions or regions, not regens, regions or continents or nations to load selected players from. The other good thing about it is basically the way regens generate is the game attempts to maintain the same number of players in your save game throughout. So because we've got all these different players loaded from around the world, even though we've not got loads of leagues, we get loads of regens come through because the game is trying to maintain that 60,000 players that we've got loaded at the kind of the top European level. How's the money spending compared to the other teams? We have the lowest wage spend in the league. And even once all these new players come, even if we spend our wage budget, we're going to be in the bottom 2 spenders. Oh, God, he's just signed a new contract, that goalkeeper, that I didn't think was very good, but I was just going to sign as a body. He signed on 80 quid a week. I probably could have offered him that. I mean, it doesn't have to be an Icelandic goalkeeper. It just has to be someone who's European. Although, I mean, this guy was good, actually. We looked at this guy. One thing I have got to be a little bit careful of, chat, and just as a little reminder, is there's quite strict rules in Iceland around players who are registered at club. So your maximum squad size is 25 players, but at least 8 of the 25 players have to be homegrown at club. Which is quite a lot. I mean, right now we've got plenty of homegrown at club players. But what it means is I can't have this massive turnover of players. And we actually have to use some of the players that come through our intakes longer term. Hopefully we do get an El Amari-like player, NJ Starling, although I'm not sure how realistic that is. Oh my word, Hafthorson is cured, everyone! He's back in training. He's been out for 7 months. 7 months he was out with that injury. And he's back now. Welcome back. Round of applause, please, for Hafthorson. I actually think he could be pretty useful for us this year. The one thing I will say is, so the advantage of force loading players outside of playable leagues, or outside the leagues you've got loaded, is you get way more players in. One of the downsides is, longer term, the thing that slows down save games the most is player history building up. It's kind of one of the things that just chugs the game for whatever reason. So as tempting as it might be to think, I'm only going to have Iceland loaded, but then I'm going to load every player from every continent and have 500,000 players, the game will just shit itself. If not immediately, very quickly into the future, it will slow down. Right, we've got a new election. Do we have an election every year at Fjolnir? I feel like we had one recently. Hey, take care, Don. Good to see you, by the way, dude. So because we're only a year into the save game, chat, there's not a load of cheap regens out there. There's not that many regens that have actually generated. And equally, we don't have a load of money. We kind of need to just focus on establishing ourselves in Iceland first, I think. Don't you have a Super PC? I do, but there is a limitation on Football Manager, which is not to do with hardware and is very much to do with the software itself. It's like a car. You can't just take a really crap car and keep putting a bigger engine in it. Like, there's other stuff around it that has to be made better. So even if you have a supercomputer, Football Manager will run crap at a point because it has a limit that is just a software limit rather than a hardware limit. How many European spots does the league get? He gets 4. He gets 1 Champions League spot that naturally ends up tumbling down, and teams don't get that spot normally. But then second, third, and fourth will get Conference League qualifying spots. We really need a goalkeeper. Can I risk an injury-prone goalkeeper? I think we have a random staff member who like worked in Azerbaijan or Armenia, because I constantly get recommended random players from that part of the world who just have played in Azerbaijan at different points. And also Austria. This guy's not bad, but he's inconsistent. How much does Bezruk want? Although the EU is going to be a problem. Hey, Jota, I'm doing good. Thank you. I say I'm doing good. You've not asked me how I'm doing, but I'm doing good, Jota. I hope you're doing good. And King Lion, I'm not sure who gifted you a sub, but who gifted subs recently? It might have been Twisted Muppet. I don't know for certain. I could probably check. Was it Twisted Muppet? Was it Twisted? It was Twisted Muppet who gifted you a sub. How good's Axel Lundqvist? Wow, this guy's good. Who's he played for? He's, you know what? As a backup, I say he's good. He's not amazing. But he's way better than our current backup and our backup for the last season. He wants to be an important player. Who wants to tell him? I'll give you a trial, Axel. You'll change your mind. I once worked with a guy from Sweden called Axel. Good bloke. I'm a bit paranoid about the homegrown player situation. Let's move Hymerson down because he's out on loan. Who is homegrown? I'm actually curious now. Are there any like super good homegrown at club players that I should be aware of for the future? Like players that we should be targeting in the next few years? Trained at club between the ages of 0 and 21. Wait, Finn Bogerson trained at Fjolnir. This is new information that I did not know. Oh, that's neat. I didn't realise that. So Finn Bogerson and Johansson as well, who went on to play for the US national team. I mean, maybe we'll get them when they're really old. This guy's not bad either, but I can't afford his wages. And also he plays in the league above us. I wonder if there's a homegrown goalkeeper. There are some homegrown goalkeepers, although one of them is a guy we sold because he was overpaid. Which, ironically, now he'd probably be fine on the wages. We don't actually need homegrown players now. I'm more so thinking about the future here, chat. I mean, these are players I didn't sign in the intake who are popping up. It's not a great sign. Sigurdsson here. Not bad, but the wages are steep. This guy, I mean, he's absolutely awful, isn't he? But he is homegrown at club. Wonder if they'll let me take him on trial. The Twitch alert about you going live said you mentioned my name. What gives? I can't tell them, chat. Chat, I can't tell them. I mean, I'm mentioning you now, Jan. I'll be honest, chat. And if you're a new time follower, you might not have realised this. I have a little thing that I do. It's a bit cheeky. But the going live message that I manually type out, I just type out WorkTheSpace mentioned you. So, I mean, I have mentioned you now, technically. So I've not... It's not a complete lie. This guy would be a good backup keeper. I'm wondering if he'll sign for us. Oh, is it worth signing this guy as a backup keeper and giving him a really crappy actual contract, but then offering him a mental appearance fee, knowing that we have a really short season anyway? Like, if I offered to pay him 75 quid, but if he plays a game, he gets 275. Because we have a short season anyway, so that's a really good contract for us. You know what? We'll go down to 50. I'm feeling cheeky. Oh, my word. It actually worked. It actually worked. Maybe I should be doing that more for my backup players. Knowing that we have a 22-game league season. And, like, even if we were to play through every single competition. So if we got to the League Cup semi-final, and then the final, that'd be 7 games. That's 29 games. And then there's the Icelandic Cup, where we enter, I think, in the 3rd round. I think the most games we could play in a season before we appear in Europe is like 34 or 35. So maybe I should make use of that appearance fee thing. That could probably help me save some money. I've been forgiven. Good news. What's my favourite save I've ever done in FM? People ask me this all the time. I don't really like to compare saves to one another. Is that weird? I'm never someone who... I know there's some people who really struggle to pull themselves away from a save game when a new FM comes out. There's this like weird point where I don't like to get over-invested into my save games because I know because of how YouTube content works, like I have to move on to other save games afterwards. So I never really let myself get that attached. And also, I feel like if I had a favourite, I'd always compare every save game after it to my favourite, and then I wouldn't be able to enjoy the current save game. Is that weird? Like, I just don't really have a favourite save game. Don't know how long I'll be streaming for tonight. I'm probably going to be streaming till around 10 PM BST, maybe slightly later. So about 2-3 hours, maybe at a push. I need to go through every viewer and say their name. I can't do that, chat. I'm just not gonna... Maybe I should just change the thing and not mention you. This guy's very, very quick. Could he be a good striker? I mean, he has absolutely no mentals. Also, oh, he's part German, so that the EU rules don't matter. How much does he want? He wants £1,000. I can't afford it. Does the prize money increase over time? I don't think it did. Am I going out to watch the final? Staying in. I'm meeting up with a couple of mates to watch it. I'm not sure where we're watching it. We might do it at mine, or we might do it at one of theirs. See, I'm the useful friend who doesn't have a partner who lives with them. And so as a result of that, it's easier for me to be able to have people over to watch the football. You know, if I had a missus, there's this negotiating that has to go on around having people over to watch the football. Gibraltar Apex will never be topped, no cap. To be fair, that is a save game I look back on fondly. Because of how far we got into the future with it as well. Like, I can't think of any other save game we've had where I had players who basically played their whole career at the team, like Joe Bouchard and Paul Smith did, and then went on to be coaches and like coach the next generation. That was quite a fun thing about the Gibraltar save game, was because the seasons were way shorter, I could get through them quicker. My wife is almost as excited as I am for the final. Andy, you've hit the jackpot, mate. Jax is the safe space to watch sport. It's true. I have a spare desk at my flat, which does have a gaming laptop on it, but I always joke with my mates, like, if you ever need to come over, you just want to chill out and you want to just game or something in peace, there's a spare desk. You can hot desk in. Chat, are we signing Lundqvist? I feel like he's probably good enough to be our backup goalkeeper. And even if he ended up one day becoming our third choice goalkeeper, because we're only paying him £50, it's not like it costs us a load of money. Because it's just appearance fees and unused sub fees, but I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench. I think that's a really, really smart deal, actually. Like, he's not amazing, but he's way better than what we've currently got. I mean, you compare him there to our main goalkeeper, there's obviously a drop-off, but I tell you who I want to compare it to. I want to compare him to the goalkeeper we sold last year. I think he will be slightly worse than him, but if he's in the same ballpark, which he is, considering we were paying Hard Arsenal £250 and we're paying Lundqvist a fifth of that. Good move. Gibraltar Apex 2 ? I mean, never say never, but I feel like with Brexit, it makes Gibraltar saves much, much harder. I haven't looked into it that much, but when I think in the first year where they added in, Brexit, it made some of the rules that came in. I know how Brexit's in FM has changed, obviously, to reflect real life, but it made things a bit difficult. Let's reach the later stages of the cup. Okay, no one wants to do that. We are in an ambitious group. Also, chat, on this screen here, has there always been an image of Football Manager shown on the right and I've just never noticed it? Has that always been a thing where it's just Football Manager on the screen? And I've just been blind to it for like the whole year. I'm too busy looking at what's going on. I don't look at the eye candy. And also, because you read from left to right, you never really look on the right. Please tell me I'm the only person who's never noticed that. That can't be me who's never noticed that, right? Is it an actual... I'm trying to work out what league table is. I can see Lyon there. Lyon, Marseille. Right, chat. Lyon are in 4th, Marseille are in 5th. I'm now curious if that is how the... I don't have Ligue 1 loaded, do I? So the league table is nonsense. It's just a random screenshot that they have in place. That's mental. Has anyone ever noticed that before? I think it's just a random screenshot of the game they've put in. I think the room does have a slightly different layout depending on what level you're at as well, so maybe that's a thing. That's weird, isn't it? I was about to say, how have I never noticed that? But I guess you never really stare at the background that much. And also, because you read from left to right, you're very unlikely to notice something on the right in the background. I know about the FM mugs because I have a scene where... So, a friend of mine, very technically gifted guy, he ripped out the 3D scenes that you see and made them in FM. Do I have the scene still set up? Okay, so for example, this is gonna break in a few different ways. But like, this is the office that you see in Football Manager that I am now sat in. Also, I could just play the game like this. If I had my green screen on, this would actually work. But this whole office, if I could scale these down. If I go transform and reset transform, will that fix it? That did not fix it. Also, the Boohoo Man logo's here, so that's how you know it's old. When was Boohoo Man last sponsoring a stream chat? That was a while ago. But basically, again, it's a free promo. So this is the office scene from Football Manager that is like, he's taken it, then moved the camera around. There's like a foreground and a background. I'm trying to do technical stuff live. One sec. If we put these in a new group, add group. Just ignore the Boohoo Man logo, chat. That's not there. They're not paying for that spot. They're not worthy. If I put that there, face on top, and then can I then scale this group? Maybe. This is all behind the scenes stuff. Now you know how the sausage is made. This has ruined everything, hasn't it? What am I doing? Is this working now? I think it's working, but I have to scale it down manually very, very slowly. Oh, look, there's a discount code. That discount code doesn't work anymore. I mean, you could try it. Does anyone else ever go on, what do you call it? Like discount stores and try and find a discount. So basically, chat, this scene here is the office scene in Football Manager. You know, if a player comes to you and complains about being unhappy, this is that office, but basically all the models ripped out the game and put in Blender, and then a different camera put in place, and then obviously the Urk shirt's been added and stuff. So, like, if you memorize what this office looks like, and then I just go back to the game and go, if I try and have a conversation, can I have a talk with a player? Oh, I don't want a quick chat. I want to have a detailed chat with them. You know, where they get unhappy and they come to my office. Can I do it in team meeting? No. But basically, it's like one of these scenes and the camera's moved around. It'd be a good scene for vibing and mashing preseason. Actually, probably a good shout. Jack, did you know on all English Pokemon cards, the Pokeball opens the wrong way as the pack opens the right way on the Japanese cards. I didn't know that, Chris. Learn something new every day, folks. But yeah, the reason I brought up that scene is because it has the Football Manager mug that someone mentioned. Because someone was like, they have the Football Manager mug. If I just go back to the scene. It's got the mug on the desk. I mean, what you quickly realise is that the scaling is all off in the scene, right? Where's my head gone? If I put myself in the middle... Oh, God. Have I done that? Oh, one sec. Watch this, chat. Magic. I'm going to appear in the scene. That's not worked, has it? What if I do transfer? This is probably going to break it all. Oh, wait. Then we do this. Don't mind me, by the way, chat. And then, oh, I have to select both and move them both at the same time. Look at that. Now I'm in the scene. I'm a genius. Oh, God. I've broken it. Right. You know what? I'll do it off. That's the kind of thing I should fix off stream. Hey, random task. How are my Astral Radiance pulls? I could show you, chat. Although they are all in. I'm a binder kid, you know. Well, give me a sec. I'm sorry to people who don't care about Pokemon, but we're having a 2-minute segue. You'll get over it. You should care because I care. So I got a lovely binder for the set. The pulls were okay. What was the best thing I got? I'm trying to think what the best thing I got was. It was probably... I think the best 2 things I got... If I go to this scene, this is the best way for me to show stuff. Which is hilarious because it's so zoomed in on my head. Hello, everyone. So we got Gardenia's Vigor, the good card. That's worth about $33, I think, when I checked. It'd be slightly different in the UK. And then... you know what? This is how I should do pack openings. I should just open packs on stream with this camera. It's very flattering, isn't it? And then the other thing I got that was pretty good is, so this is from the Trainer Gallery set, which is like a subset, which you can sometimes get into the reverse hollows. So this is Cynthia's Garchomp V, which I think, again, this is the most valuable of the Trainer Gallery cards. And I actually packed this twice in the 2 boxes, which was kind of weird. But, yeah, it's a really cool looking card. I realised that this scene here with this line, it's not the best way to show Pokemon cards. But also, is there anything more satisfying than when you just get both pages done? It isn't. Is there anything better than that? There isn't. There isn't. You can't tell me otherwise. Anyway, but back to Football Manager, everyone. But yeah, my pulls were... I didn't get any of the super amazing pulls from the main set. But I got some of the cards I wanted that looked really good. I was pretty happy on the whole. I didn't get too many dupes. And the only duplicates I got was that Garchomp V and also Heatran VMAX. I think was the other one that I got duplicate. Or was it just V? I think it was VMAX. But I should probably just put this away. Also, chat, you know what? I'm feeling giving. If you play Pokemon on the TCG like app, get the app open. I'm gonna show you some code cards on stream. This is not gonna work, but we can try. Chat, please tell me if this actually works for you. If you're able to use these codes, they're QR codes. Is that even gonna work? I feel like it's not in focus enough or zoomed. Maybe if I zoom in more, because that's what we need to do right now. Hello, everyone. Oh, bloody hell. We've gone too deep. That's going to work, right? That'll work. Scan that card right now. Or you could just type it out, I realise. And then one more for good measure. There you go. There's another card. Get it in focus at sharp. There you go. There's a... Did you get it? I mean, you could type out the code if the other bit doesn't work. There you go, chat. I'm like, Father Bloody Christmas. Do we stay like this for the rest of the stream? Hello, everyone. It's a vibe, innit? I feel like was it Power Rangers where there was the giant head in a jar? I think it was the original Power Rangers series. I feel like that head in a jar in this frame. Or maybe I'll stay like this for the rest of the stream. Zordon, was it Zordon? I don't know. I feel like I was just a little bit too young for that first run of Power Rangers when it was really big. You know what? I think we should zoom out, shouldn't we? Really. This is, you know what? This is a new way to stream. I could just stay like this. The thing is, I can't move in my chair. I have to sit very still. Otherwise, the framing ruins. Football cards is better than Pokemon cards, IMO. You are entitled to your opinion. You know what the beautiful thing is, chat? Both exist, so you can have an opinion and get the ones that you prefer. Also, I've zoomed out on the camera more, but I feel more spacious suddenly. I feel like we've now countered the extra zoom in with some zooming out. Why not both? Exactly, Dougie. I never really collected Pokemon cards. I did collect Pokemon cards. I never really collected football cards. I was more of a football sticker guy. I feel like if you're slightly older, you prefer football stickers to football cards. I feel like football cards are a bit of like a more modern thing. It was like a progression. I know like in the States, it's always been about cards. Like trading cards has just always been how like sports stuff was done in the USA. Like that was kind of a later thing in the UK. It was always about sticker albums really to begin with. Here, like I feel like about Topps cards and also like all the other card companies, they didn't really start doing cards until like the early noughties, really. Right. It's now the 3rd of January. We've actually played forward a month already. I say already, it's been an hour. We should be able to continue more quickly till the transfer window opens. But as we've already established, the transfer window opens after the first league games of the league stage, which isn't actually the league stage. Hey, Blanco, you've just missed me show all the cards, Blanco. I say all the cards. I showed some of them. I didn't get any of the elite tier, Blanco, but I added up the rarer cards that I've got, and I don't think it'd be a pretty small loss. If I sold everything individually, I don't think I'd be making a massive loss. We need to train So we've got a bit of an issue because we've got to train Pape Kamara to play centre-back. And then we've also got to train Maicon to play centre defensive mid. Our coaches are going to be busy retraining players. Yeah, I've never done football cards chat, but like with the Euros last year. Was it the Euros last year? It feels like longer ago. But with the Euros last year, I did the sticker collection. I actually finished it in the hardback book. I could go get it. I'm not going to. All right, the players are back in training and no one can be asked. And to be honest, neither can I. So we won't criticise them. Be hypocritical, really. Wait, have we had when's the elections? Have I missed the elections? 35 days away. Right, get ready, everyone. What? Another one? We had one. Is there an election every year? I guess there must be. Hey, Keeney. I'll be honest, mate. We've only done pre-season today. We finished the league on yesterday's stream. But we finished second and got promoted. But Fran did win the league, which was unfortunate. So this is our current squad. 23 players. Allowed a squad of 25. What positions would I want to add players in? Am I happy with my strikers? Not really. I could do with another striker, I think. I think a striker is what we're in the market for, probably. Are there any Icelandic strikers available for free? Because any players in Iceland got released at the end of October, although, as we already established, because of how the data updates work in Football Manager and stuff, the released players won't really start being released in Iceland until next year. You heard Gyan's available. True, but it's too late. This is a stream-only series, Fletchy. When I've uploaded YouTube streams to YouTube before, they just didn't get very good views, and so it shreks the algorithm for all my actual like dedicated videos. They just don't do as well. What do I need from from a striker? I'd like a weapon of a striker. Now, a bit of a battering ram, I think, is what we need. I think that is what we're lacking. A bit of a battering ram. I know that Zealand loves to like say loaning players and stuff, right? But when you're at the level we're at, where the majority of the players you sign are going to be free transfers anyway, like we're not really ever going to sign anyone for money. I feel like you're way better off just trying to approach to sign players rather than just loaning players. Because at least if you sign players on free, there's the potential resale value. Which doesn't really exist if you just rely on loans forever. And especially as a smaller club like ourselves, one of the only ways you can really finance yourself is by selling players on. And so if you're just constantly loaning players, you're never actually going to be in a position where you can start to buy players because you're constantly just loaning and then having to replace them. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, Fletchy. The Gibraltar saves class. We've got a little bit of wage budget. We've got a little bit of transfer budget. We're only really looking for maybe 2 or 3 new first-team players. There might be a couple more, actually, but I kind of need to wait for the transfer window to open. So that all the players that we've got coming in come in, and I can get a better read on the squad. Have I seen the documentary about the Red Wings versus the Avalanche rivalry? I have not. Is it on YouTube or is it somewhere else? I feel like generally, like, naming the documentary helps. But no, I haven't seen it, to be fair. Musa Kamari, he's very good. Who's bid on him? Mjällby. That's a Swedish team. He's very good. For our level, he is really, really good. He's really, really good. I also think we're not going to be able to sign him. Oh, he's part French as well, so the non-EU thing isn't even a problem. I can't pay him that. Our highest earner's on £600. Oh, the doc hasn't released yet. Oh, okay. Oh, when you said, have you seen it, you were asking, have I heard about it? I've been asking, have I seen a documentary that hasn't come out yet? The answer is no, I haven't seen it. Jack, we still hate Fram, question mark. Always. We always hate Fram. Right. Pre-season is going to start to begin. Just as a little reminder, our actual league season doesn't start until May. We have the League Cup, which after 2 games, I think or even 3 games, the transfer window opens. We do play Valor in this. Valor are the winners of 4 of the last 5 top divisions kind of seasons. So that'll be an interesting test for us, although without our signings, they'll probably spank us. Honest question, why did the Barry hate start? Because they kept trying to chase us in the league. We're on a really long and beaten run, and they kept going on a long and beaten run too. And every time, like, we were setting a record, then they would match the record. Okay, we're not able to get Kamara, but I wonder if there's other players that I should be aware of. This guy's good. Should we just get another goalie? We just signed one. Why not get a load? Next year is going to be the big year for signing Icelandic players, I think, chat. Next year is going to be the big year. So for people who missed it, actually, just to clarify. So in Football Manager, the Iceland database, because of the way the league licensing works and the fact that it's the game for last year, if that makes sense. Basically, the Icelandic season starts in May 2022, which is more than halfway towards FM23, really. So the way that Football Manager works, for whatever reason, is that you always start in 2021, which is obviously fine. But because we've just had the winter transfer update and Iceland is getting ready for 2022, the latest data update has all the new contracts sorted for the 2022 season. So as a result of that, there's no players whose contracts expire at the end of the first season in Iceland because they've all got the updated transfers for the second season of a save game, which is the upcoming season in real life. Does that make sense? I feel like I did a better job of explaining that yesterday. But essentially, because of the way that the data is updated, there wasn't really any Icelandic players released this season just gone. Next season, there's going to be a load of players released. Does that make sense? I feel like I actually explained it okay. Maybe. But like, it's always weird describing something that's a little bit convoluted when you already understand it yourself. Kind of, you take for granted the knowledge that you have. This guy's good. They want 20k for him. He's not really the physical striker I'm looking for. I need to sneeze, chat. You know when you can feel a sneeze coming? I've got that feeling. There's not really a battering ram forward who's going to be available. At least not the perfect battering ram forward. Solverson? He's really cheap. He's non-contracted. He didn't play last year in the Prem though. Hey, Pablo, mate, thank you so much for the resub for 15 months. Love Iceland. Always find good regens in my saves. Well, we have that Sigurdsson regen in Broma Poikina. Not as in the Sigurdsson Everton, as in there was a regen called Sigurdsson who was a winger for us, who was really good. So I'm hoping we get some players like him. But yeah, I feel like Iceland always produce the odd really, really good player. This guy's really solid, chat. But I don't think he's that... He's not that much of an upgrade on what we've already got. I don't think. I want to compare him to the worst Johnson. I think we wait. I think we wait until the transfer window opens next month. I'm curious, chat. Have many of you guys managed in like Iceland or maybe another Nordic country before? Like, obviously, I managed in Sweden last year, but besides that, I don't really remember managing for an extended period, at least, in another Nordic country. But I enjoyed it a lot last year, which is why we're in Iceland now. Wasn't he from the Faroe Islands? We had a different player from the Faroe Islands who was a striker. I'm pretty sure. We had a striker from the Faroe Islands, and then we had a right winger who was from Iceland. Just started my first FN22 save in Sweden. Hey, nice. You do a building a nation in Finland. I looked at Finland. The league scared me. Oh, you're currently managing in Norway. Damn. Yeah, I think a few people have managed in Norway. Norway, I guess, because like you've got Haaland and the prospect of more good players coming through, right? Like they're a fairly popular team in that regard. Just having a look here at the Tromsø players available. I really want Mikkelsen, but they wouldn't loan him to me last year. Let's just make an offer. They're going to reject it, but we can try. So we've got Tromsø as an affiliate. It's weird because I think most of their young players probably aren't quite good enough for us, although this guy's not bad. Jesper Bergsket Robertson. I wonder if I could loan him. I could. They want me to pay all his wages and have an option to buy. Are you not our affiliate club? You are our affiliate. I'll mind you, the affiliation doesn't actually involve loans. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Tromsø are able to send players on loan. We don't have to play them and they can be recalled when possible. That's annoying. Zodiacal Bench, thank you so much for the 4 months. Hello, Jack. Hope you're well. I'm doing really good, thank you, bud. I was just saying at the start of the stream, like today I've had a bit of a chill out day. just because I know I'm going to have to do part to Prem for Monday over the weekend now. But, like, I just needed a day to decompress, you know, a day just to kind of chill out. And I wanted to call it a lazy day, but I did actually still have to do some bits and pieces. But it was just a day where I could take things at my own pace and not feel like I was having to do too much crazy stuff, which was nice. Can I get another affiliate? I probably could, but I don't really want to loan players. We were talking about it a little bit earlier. Like, loans don't really benefit me right now. Hey, Govastrom, I'm glad that you're enjoying Part to Prem. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I know with some people, like, they lose interest once they're in the Champions League and, like, doing well. I feel like lots of people just enjoy the struggle. It's like I have noticed the views slowing down a little bit on it, but like that is kind of understandable. I feel like when a series is 100 episodes in across 3 clubs and you're so far into the future, there is an inevitable drop-off in interest. But I'm still really enjoying it. Happy to hear you well. I broke down on the way to Norfolk today. I hope you didn't break down in Norfolk, because there's nothing in Norfolk. You'd be stuck on a farm road for ages. But well, I'm assuming you're home now rather than stick on the roadside in Norfolk. What's your favourite club to manage on this game? I don't really have a favourite club to manage. A favourite club to manage? That's a weird question. I don't really have a favourite club to manage. Because I feel like if I had a favourite club to manage, that implies that I just repeatedly do the same save game with them. But it's not really how I play Football Manager. Also, when it comes to the staff twisting Muppet, the staff have a similar thing to the players, where most of them have longer-term deals. And on top of that, I can't really attract good staff members anyway. Certainly not ones which are going to make a massive difference to us. Like, our staff aren't the worst in the league, absolutely everything. It's not like we've got big ambitions right now. Oh, you are home now then, Zodiacal Bench. Well, that's good. I mean, if you were just watching on your phone, I'd be sat thinking, if you're not called the repair people. Does every team in Iceland have elections at the same time? Is that a thing in Iceland? I feel like every inbox time is just team having an election, team having an election. What's my least favourite club to manage? Barry and Fram. Quick Randy, you've not missed anything, bud. Hey, welcome on in, the Soggy Potato Chip. How you doing? Also, what a username. The Soggy Potato Chip. I hate soggy crisps are bad. But have you ever had that situation where you open a packet of crisps that have clearly had a slight opening that you've not noticed? You just bite into the crisp and it's not crispy anymore. Is there anything worse? I don't think there is. Change my mind. It's like I guess it's not really soggy. It's like a soft potato chip. And it's bad. Hjalmarsson will be good on the bench. Hafthorson will be good on the bench. How many players do we get on the bench, actually? Probably should check that. Rules. You're allowed to make 5 from 7. Watching the Lujo is worse. You know what? Valid point, well made. Got a 10-hour flight tomorrow. What's a quick FM saver I could do to pass the time? Maybe a bottom at Christmas challenge? Holiday forward to like Christmas Day and then see who's bottom of various divisions and take over one of them and try and keep them up. Apparently we have no under-19B manager. You know what, Nick? Do you want to be the manager? I can't give you 95 quid, mate. We're not made of money. 70. 70, and you can be here for 2 years, Nick. Bloody hell, Nick. You are frugal, aren't you? 75 quid. Good deal. Sometimes a day 2 crisp is better than a day 1 potato chip. Same goes for spaghetti bolognese and chili con carne. Not sure about that one, Chief. Benny 12327. Benny, can I ask about the numbers? What do they mean? Thank you for subbing the Prime, by the way. But why 12327? I need to know. Who was our star player last year? Probably the second best Johnson. He won player of the division in the first division. He got 12 goals and 6 assists and 6 player of the matches in 22. When he showed up, he played very well. Pizza the day after is pretty elite. Man, I've not had takeaway pizza in like probably almost a month now. Maybe slightly less than a month. A while by my standards. That's what I'll stick with. 27 is your lucky number, but Benny 27 was taken, so he stuck in 1, 2, 3. You know what? Can't argue with it, Benny. For some reason, I'm sat thinking, I hope he's not putting his phone number or his PIN number for his card at the end of his name. Right. We've got our first game in the league thing. In the League Cup tomorrow. Tomorrow! That's bloody exciting, isn't it? Of course, none of our transfers join until the 18th. So the fact that they've scheduled this in a way where we have to play a game in the League Cup. Okay, so our transfers happen before Valor. Who organised this League Cup and decided the transfer window should open after the first game? Who sorted that? Right, we've got Lakeir. Is that the name of the team? Lakeir? Lakeir. We just played them and drew 1-1, apparently. So if we now lose, I'm worse than my assistant. Now, unfortunately for us, because these transfers haven't gone through yet, as much as I have almost a best 11, I can't really play it. Not for a couple of days. Is this one of those cups that nobody cares about? It's kind of a pre-season-y tournament. I've not decided if I like it or hate it yet. Like last year, we did instant result and just simulate the last game of it because it meant nothing. In order to win it, you have to make the semi-finals. So there's 4 groups of 6 teams. And the top team from the 4 groups going to the semi-finals. Now, unfortunately for us, Valor are in our group who, well, they're quite good. To put it simply, they are the best team in Iceland. They've won the league 4 of the last 5 years. So not overly optimistic about it. Also, we've got Lakeir, who are in the league below us. We got promoted out of their division last year. I think Keflavik are the other team that are in our current league that we've been promoted to. So there's basically in Iceland, there's 2 top divisions. There's 2 top divisions. There's 2 top like elite level divisions. There's the top division and the second division, which is the Premier League and the first division. Each of those leagues have 12 teams in it. So there's 3 teams from each league in these groups of 6. So we are one of the big boys. Yeah, the board don't think it's important. So why should we care? I'll tell you why we should care. Because it's a cup. Also, it's a chance for us to see our new players once they eventually join us. For now, we're going to have the exact same problem we had last year, which is that I don't have very many good centre mids who can do multiple things. Right, you know what? Pick unpick positions. We literally barely have enough players for the actual game. It'll be fine. I just want all the signings to join. Then we'll know what's going on. Yeah, no spoilers for today's Park to Prem chat. Is Maicon playing? Maicon is still in Brazil until next week. Who scheduled this tournament to start before the transfer window opens? I assume every other team's in the same boat. Because in Iceland, contracts expire at the end of October, but then the transfer window doesn't open until February. So there's this 4-month period where you've lost some players and you've signed some new players, but the new players haven't joined yet. Okay, right back Johnson has pulled his hamstring. Good start to pre-season, lads. I'm aware of how the season works, Soggy Potato Chip. This is season 2. And yeah, I have managed in Scandinavian leagues before, so I'm familiar with the summer season. But yeah, Mycon, when he arrives, straight in the team, lads. Hey, Kevez, thank you for subbing. Ah, that's annoying, isn't it? Thank you for subbing for 3 months, mate. It's offside. It's offside. We're fine. And also, I was about to say, and also, Benny, I missed your... Benny, is your profile picture Mourinho? I saw it in the chat and didn't look over at my alert feed. Have you got Mourinho as your profile picture? You have. You've actually got... You know what? I'm not going to question it. I just noticed Mourinho's on my other screen. To be fair, Sheza, he's not chosen to stay in Brazil. It's just the rules. Benny is actually Mourinho on his burner account, everyone. That's the truth. We know too much. Z's just tweeted me saying that looks like a familiar tactic. One sec. I need to find my Monopoly tactic from 2 years ago. Zealand is accusing me of taking his 4-3-3 and I'm not having it. Chat, someone fire me a Monopoly screenshot with the formation. I need to find the formation that we played for Monopoly. Because Zealand has accused me of stealing his tactic. I found a screenshot. I'm going to do him here. You know what? I'm gonna dunk on him here. I didn't know you watched my streams 2 years ago. There we go. I've done him. I've done him, everyone. I've done... Slam dunk. Chat, we've got to ratio him. No, I know some of you are refugees who have come in from Zealand's chat whilst he's on holiday. I need your help with the ratio, chat. I'm once again asking for your help with a ratio. I can't believe that Benny is Mourinho, chat. Shocking revelation. Also, shocking we're not beating a team in the league below us. I'm going to bring in Hafforsen, who missed 10 months last season. That was mad. He's back from injury, though. He's cured. I love that I found a tweet from 2 years ago with the formation. Jack, my shoulder really hurts. What should I do? Call 111, my friend. If it's bad, or if it's if you strained it, it's an impact injury, just get some ice. Cold shower. I realise I'm making a pause here to make changes. This is the last pause I'm allowed to do. But it's fine. Ice helps everything. Am I the only person, right, who even if, like, ice doesn't help, it's just nice having ice rubbed on your body. In a totally normal way. Wet paper towel. I love ice. Put a towel between the ice and your skin, or a flannel, something thin. If you put it directly on, then it's too cold. Chat, nothing's happened there. This is why we need Mycon to bring the creativity in. It started hurting when you played FIFA. That was the issue. You were playing FIFA and you got hurt. I think that's karma. That's right, chat. My kink is rubbing ice on my body. My favourite thing in the world is those instant ice packs. You know, where you twist it and it does like a chemical reaction. Ice baths are good. I've never had an ice bath. Is an ice bath a thing people have? I mean, I have a bathtub. I could make buckets of ice, I guess. You know what? Might do it, chat. Not in a vlog. Not on stream. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Go in swimming trunks. Stream from my phone in my bathroom. What an image. Also, someone is now going to clip that without any context. See, Z has replied, chat. Z has replied. Fair play, Z. It's funny, actually, that it's my 4-3-3 that I ran with Monopoly. I do like it as a system as well. It works well. Maybe I could somehow remote stream from an ice bath and you guys could just listen to me whilst Football Manager's on screen. We don't need my face, do we? Let's be honest. No one is here watching for my face. I have a face for radio, folks, and I'm not allowed on TV. It's a miracle that you guys are here watching now, really. Oh, the elections have happened. Oh, God, there's a new person in. Personal message. No investment. Will we ever have someone come in as part of these elections and go, here's 10 million? The network game with everyone in ice baths. You know what? Kevin would actually do it. And for that reason, I don't want to do it. Okay, so board expectation for this coming year. They don't care about the League Cup. Fight bravely against relegation. So we are expected to go down. Also, our new chairperson. Fantastic beard. Sverrisson. Fantastic beard. Chat, the transfer window opens in 6 days. Does anyone else just want to see Mycon in Fjolnir colours, or is that just me? I need it. You've got rid of Mourinho, Benny. I miss it already. Also, young Tobias, I missed your sub 6 minutes ago. Apologies for that. You get a Julian Brandt. Yeah. Mate, thank you for the 6 months. Julian Brandt! Yeah! Maybe I should just mouth the Julian Brandt. Yeah. Make it look like I'm doing it live. The right back Mycon. I mean, formerly right back, future Regista. Did I sign any good players besides Mycon? Yes. I can't remember their names now. I think Ozcan and Sorry are the big two. Why is Mycon so important? Because he's a Brazilian international with like 80 caps. I know we had him in China and he was amazing there. He's just essential. Mycon is the ultimate player for this kind of save game. I just want to get to that day where we see all the transfers coming. You know, one more continuum, we get the lovely inbox item. Here it is. They've given Mycon a D. They don't know what we've got planned. Right, Mycon, you've got to learn this quickly, my friend. You're going to learn to play as a regista. Look at that. He's actually going to be unreal at it. People can doubt him. But they're wrong to. Right, so Mycon comes in, and that is now our 11. Also, Kamara needs to learn to play centre-back for the league season in May. I mean, I guess that's one advantage, right, of this pre-season tournament is we can use it to train the players a bit quicker. 7 positioning is not ideal, but to be honest, at this level, he has enough other stuff that just compensates. I signed Mycon in a Singapore save I did this year, and he was easily player of the year. See, Kippo knows. I mean, I hope he's going to be good for us, chat. So yeah, in terms of the players we picked up, chat, for people who maybe missed it yesterday or, you know, alternatively, just to refresh your memory. So we've got Mycon who's joined us. He is going to be our first choice defensive midfielder this year. He's going to have to learn to play there, but I think if he can learn it, he's going to be unreal. I mean, look at this career. Man played for Inter Milan forever. I mean, to be fair, he's had a Not a great season in a league that doesn't exist in Brazil. It's below the 4th division of Brazil. So it's probably like the 5th division, maybe the 6th, who knows. Anyone from Brazil knows what league Bangu Athletic Club play in, please let me know. Either way, he now plays for us. We're brought in Pepe Camara, who is a centre mid who we are going to play at centre back. He's going to have to learn to play it, but he's a really good defender. He'll be a weapon from set pieces. And then we needed some centre mid depth, so we've got Hassan Ozcan in, who is a good little box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, that's going to be his main role in our team, in our 3-man midfield. We've got in this guy who is Felix Orn Fredriksson, who is an Icelandic international left-back. We've signed him for 11k. First player I've spent real money on, by the way. But I think he's going to be a really, really good left-back for us this year. Because we're playing narrower, having a wing-back like this guy with good stamina, good pace, good determination, not bad for our level, at least going forward. He'll be good. We've then got Axel Lundqvist as a backup goalkeeper. He's on £50 a week, so just really cheap backup. And then the last player, I think the best player we've signed actually, Ibrahimovic, is going to be a ball-winning midfielder for us. A bit of steel in the midfield. Hey, Don, thank you for the cheer. Hot take, Beijing IT was the best save. Perfect amount of legendary stuff and random stuff that didn't overstay its welcome. Plus the legend Maicon, Lee Boxey, Zhao Minwei, and Kleber Jr. You know what, Don? I kind of agree. I know, so if we really missed it, we did a save in China earlier in the year, and I think some people felt like it came to a premature end. But actually, I look back on it now, and we achieved everything that we set out to achieve with it. Like, we got them promoted massively against the odds. We brought them a bit of stability by staying up, and whilst we probably could have spent years of the save game grinding for the Champions League, I think it would have just turned into a bit of a slog and been a bit boring. Like, in some ways, it's nice to be reminded that sometimes in a Football Manager save game, you don't have to win everything to end it. Like, sometimes, like, just, you know, achieving stability with a team is enough to go, you know what, that's enough of it. Right. I like this team. Also, Fredriksson is really highly rated by his staff. I feel like that is his reputation because he's played for the national team. Overinflating his worth. So right now, starting 11 is that. The worst Jonsson, the second best Jonsson, then Sorry, Ozcan, and Maicon, 3 new additions. Kamara in at the back. Then Fredriksson, who's just joined us, will also probably play wing-back on support. That's a good team, right? It's just now the bench we have to worry about. Although Hjalmarsson is a good centre-back. Juliusson can play in the middle or at left-back. Let's think about this. Carl probably has to be on the bench this year, doesn't he? I can't really sell Carl because he's homegrown at club. Leoson is another good centre mid. Also, Carl can play right back. Not that. If I'm playing Carl at right back, everything's gone wrong. Am I going to stand up? Not right now. Kleber Jr. is my favourite. He was the original gold with that finishing. True, actually. Yeah, when you think about it, with Beijing IT, the ragtag group did quite a lot, didn't they? Like Kleber Jr., who else? Well, obviously Boxy and Minwei. Maicon in that year. It was a good time. Yeah, we had Lapa. What was Capman's name? Was it What was Capman's actual name? I can't remember. Oh yeah, and the Waddener family. Well, the mum was the manager. That was a weird discovery, wasn't it? Have we got this guy on loan for this year? We have. I didn't realise it was a 2-year loan. I kind of don't think he's good enough for us. Snorrison's not very good. Paulson, not very good. This guy is fine as our backup right back, I think. Good Jonsson at left back is a good backup too. I kind of want to have Jonsson on the bench, I think. What do we think, chat? So the issue last year that we had was we didn't have attacking options on the bench to bring on. And we still don't really. I mean, I guess our attacking options we have to bring on were the attacking options that started last game. Or last season. I feel like Axelson isn't good enough. And this guy's not good enough. Let's get rid of the players who aren't good enough and actually review what we have. Juliusson is fine as backup. Okay. How many players is this? 23. So that's a 23-man squad. How many homegrown players at club? 8. That's the league requirement. So that's fine. The team is pretty much where I thought it was at, but I don't know about anyone else. Whenever you're waiting on future transfers, it's nice to have all the transfers happen so you can actually see where you're at. Does anyone else feel the same? Like you kind of mentally keeping track of the players coming in and out, but until it's actually like the team is settled, it's sometimes difficult to be sure on everything. So we have got a good team. It just lacks a few attacking options. Was Snorrison homegrown at club, or was he not homegrown? He's not homegrown at club. I might let Snorrison go. Doesn't really offer us anything that we need. I'm going to be cheeky and try and get 5k for him, I think. Now the transfer window's open, we might be able to move on some of our players. Leoson. He's not homegrown at club, is he? No. He's another player who... He is not that good. I'm not expecting to get any bids on these guys, but we can try, right? Someone asked about our youth team. Like, we've got young strikers, and some of them we did play a little bit last year, but they weren't good enough for the league below us. Like Thomason, we gave minutes to. Sigurd Steinson, we gave minutes to. But what our biggest problem last year was that my only backup attacking options were the kids. And the kids were not good enough. Yeah, it was rough. So in many ways, that's the area that I think we need to address. Also, Hafthorson got injured for 10 months. If this is true, Lapa's team had a National League game today and won it 9-0. I love Capman. I do love Capman. Yeah, we don't really have any attackers with a load of potential. Yeah, I think those two guys can go. I think Powelson's good as a squad player. Juliusson is 17 and is fine as a squad player. Probably needs to get him on a senior deal. He will be a super squad player for me. I might do one of these appearance fee contracts that we did with the goalkeeper, where I offer him a really small wage, but if he plays games, he gets paid a lot. But because of how few games we have in a league season, it ends up being way cheaper for us, but the players perceive it as a good contract. Also, I feel like saving it. Does anyone else just get anxious when they're playing? They're like, I've done a lot without saving. I need to save now. Or is that a me thing? So if Snorrison and Leoson go, that leaves me with 4 slots to buy players. And none of them were the homegrown at club players. No, they're homegrown in nation, but that doesn't matter. I have autosaves on, but you can do a lot in 2 weeks, especially in pre-season, right? Although, to be fair, you can set autosaves, can't you? So they autosave semi-frequently. Are there any Icelandic players transfer listed? We've got £600 on the wage budget. Arneson is transfer listed, 26 years old. Injury prone. See, I talked about getting a big meaty striker, didn't I? This guy he's a meaty striker. I wonder if I can get him on loan. They want a clause requiring me to sign him. I can't do the end of next season. Let's just get rid of that clause. They really want that clause in there. They really want him sold for 20k. How long's left on his current contract? Wow, he has got a long-term contract with the club. They are in trouble if they don't want him. What about an optional future fee? They want the optional fee to be higher, but I probably won't sign him. My concern is the injury proneness. That's why I don't want to spend 20k on him. Like, we do have 20k transfer budget, but our overall balance is in the red massively, so I don't really want to spend that. If anything, I want to be jiggling over to give us a few £100 more on the wages. If we get him in, that's a striker. We need a attacking centre mid kind of option as well. There's not a load of players transfer listed, and those that are transfer listed play for Fram. I don't want to buy players who are transfer listed from teams we've just been promoted against. This guy's not bad. 28, low wages. His contract's up at the end of the year. They won't loan him. They're going to pay for him when he's available for free at the end of the year. Is Andy Carroll available? Probably not, no. Also, even if he was, I couldn't really sign him because he's non-EU. And we have a limit on how many non-EU players can be in our starting 11. Was it in China, chat, where we had a weird situation where we had to juggle around the number of foreign players on the pitch at once? And there were times where, like, in order to bring a player on, I had to make, like, a double change that involved, like, taking off a player who was foreign to bring on a new player. I think that was a thing. What about centre mids with contracts expiring at the end of this coming year? Who does this guy play for? He plays for Verona in Italy. I wonder if I can get him on loan and not pay his wages. He's on £1,200 a week. I can't afford it. I mean, a bit of experience in our team would not be bad. This guy's got 73 caps. I do remember Jari Littman and Mr. Enforcer. I've been to his statue in Lahti. It's in a park. Made the pilgrimage. Not, I'll just be clear, didn't go to Lahti just to visit the Jari Littmanen statue. But whilst I was in that city, I went to his statue because it's the city he's from. What contract expired centre mids of our scouts got for me? Who you cooking up? Jordan Saban. Did I have this guy at Luzenac, chat? He looks familiar. He's pretty good. I say he's pretty good. He's not amazing. He played for Cups last year. He played for Kuopio. Who's this guy? 18 years old. Norwegian. He's sick. He's really good. Holy crap. Can we sign him? His contract status has just expired. He's really good. Philip Manfang. Manfang? Is it Manfang or Mantiang? I don't know. I want him. I can't give you what you want, mate. I can give you a slightly bigger thing. I can't give you the yearly wage rise. This guy's really good. Mate, you're hurting me here. He's really sick. How have our scouts found him? I mean, I respect the recommendation. How does he compare with Forhausen for us? Because Forhausen is like our best playmaker-y youngster. He's good. Also, he's 18, so I think he'd get homegrown at club status if we kept him for 3 years. I assume he has a secondary nationality. Like in the game, he doesn't. Interesting. I was wondering if there was going to be random competitions he'd get called up for. I feel like I'm ignorant to Southeast Asian names, but I assume he has some kind of Southeast Asian heritage. I was expecting like the Asian Cup to come up and for him to be the kind of player who might be good enough to get called up. I'll tell you what, shout out to our scout. Who else plays for this team? Arendal. Now, they've got me curious now. Chat, have we stumbled across a gold mine here? This guy's 16, perfectionist personality. Valued at nothing. Chat. Chat, has our scout done us a solid here? The guys we're looking at aren't even in their senior team. Are they in the under-19s? They are. Bloody hell. We could have hit a gold mine, folks. We could have hit a gold mine. Because none of these guys have professional deals and they play in the lower leagues of Norway. They haven't got a load of attacking options, which is what would be quite useful. But that goalkeeper's really good. Really good. Nikolai Eriksson? I mean, he's not bad, is he? 17. Thing is, he get homegrown at club status. He'd rather continue his development. Well, I guess I can I approach to sign this guy now? Oh no, we made an offer and they accepted it. This guy's not bad. Not amazing. I think Manfang is the one. Just want to compare this guy with him. I mean, they're both pretty good. It'd probably be intelligent to get both if we can. Oh, chat. We have hit the gold mine here. We can get, you know, these contracts we were talking about where we give players long-term deals where we pay them peanuts in wage but then a big appearance fee. But because we play so few league games, we actually end up saving a load of money. We're just going to sign a load of their players. There wasn't any compensation involved that I missed there, was there? Don't think there was. Oh, this is a really sick way we can get some homegrown players. This guy's good. Wow. He has got a deal with them. I'll give you £1. Leoson's unhappy that I've transfer listed him. Okay, that loan offer's been accepted for the striker. And then the offer for the goalkeeper's been accepted. Oh, he wants to be first choice. I can't make him first choice. He's good. He's not that good. That's okay. He's really good, but he's not good enough to nuke our wage budget for. I need to make a new shortlist that isn't the Twitch Regen shortlist. Players to track. Right. We'll keep an eye on this guy. I mean, look, if we have a good season in Iceland... Wait, did I just... I was meant to do that indefinitely. We'll try again. Right, remove from shortlist. Add to shortlist. Players to track indefinitely. Bloody hell, was it that difficult? I'm worried that centre mid's going to ask for a load of money. Leoson... He's not actually unhappy I'm trying to sell him. He's unhappy that I've asked for too much. Which is fine. Get out of the club, Leoson. Track is menacing. Is the word tracking menacing? Players to track. Am I the only one who thinks that's normal wording? Players to track. Okay, the more I think about it, the more I suppose players to track does sound a little bit menacing. I probably should sign this team's whole squad, right? What if they have more players in more teams in their league with similar players? Always rated Arendal. Who's this guy in there? And I should probably look at their senior team, I realise. Now, the players in their senior team are on more money. Although this guy, Christian Eriksen. Chat, we found Christian Eriksen. Is he good? I feel like he's not bad. He's pretty good. I'll offer you nothing. Cheers. He's only on £250 to them. I wonder if he'll sign for us. Also, their actual starting striker. Thing is, their actual starting striker might be better. He's not called Christian Eriksen, so is he really better? The answer, we all know, is no. Mum, can we get Christian Eriksen? We have Christian Eriksen at home. Christian Eriksen at home. That guy that we've just offered 4K for is pretty good too. We shouldn't scout him. I could offer trials to these players. I should not scout them. It costs money. As opposed, you know, to those scouting trips that don't cost money. I love the fact our scout just discovered this league and just recommended us Mantang from their team. I'm just looking at more younger players like this guy. Because if we can sign them with them taking a low initial wage, but then, you know, the actual fee that they get paid if they play being good, could be a really good source of some players. Burner216, mate, thank you for subbing with the Prime. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, mate. Are there any other teams down at this club's level? Am I really going to start looking through these leagues? I mean, I recognise a lot of these clubs as kind of top division clubs. But I recognise this team because I remember signing it. I mean, they play in a higher division. I need to be able to flick through the Norwegian second division, but I don't think we can. Oh, we can flick through their teams. Oh, chat. Chat, we're going to Norway. Supersonic Port Vale FC. But sorry, I've said Port Vale, very puzzled there. I don't remember. Is there anyone else who's a Port Vale fan here? I have never seen Port Vale FC in a Twitch username before. But Supersonic, welcome on in. Thank you for subbing with the Prime. I'm sure there are other Port Vale fans out there. Whether or not they'll come out the woodwork right now and admit it, I'm not sure. Oh, chat. Are we just gonna? Is everyone okay if I just spend like 20 minutes just going through the Norwegian second division? Are we all okay with this? Is that okay? I'm just, you know, get comfy. If you're new to a WorkTheSpace stream, this is normal. We like to do a bit of window shopping. This guy's good. He's only 17. I'll make you an offer of nothing. There you go. Good deal. Always rated the Norwegian second division. This guy's got a picture, so you know he must be good. He's not very good. Lokomotiv Oslo. Interesting name. Their key player is 19. He's quite good. How does he compare? What was the Turkish guy we signed called, chat? I've forgotten his name. Okay, was it? It would sound like okay, I feel like, but I can't remember. Chat, he's somewhere on this screen and I've gone blind to him. Ozcan. Why is Ozcan not on the list, or is he on the list and I'm blind? Chat, is Ozcan not on the list here? Was I blind? Was I having a blind moment? This guy's very good. He wants 900 quid. I don't have 900 quid. I don't have that money. There's multiple groups in the second division too. Oh, God. Buckle up, folks. We could be here for a little while. A 16-year-old with a face. Oh, he's playing for Odds B team. Yeah, we're not going to be able to sign him. Wait, when I was flicking through, it went to Odd. Oh, okay. It's because I guess Odd do have a team. A player in the B team. There's a Vietnamese forward here. Vietnam International, everyone. I'm not sure he's good enough for our team. Oh, I was just like, regen goalkeeper plays for Rosenborg. Not happening. Mercy, thank you for resubbing. 90 months. Have you tried to raid Sweden's lower leagues already? I haven't yet. I mean, if you're new to WorkTheSpace pre-season stream, welcome. We basically just spend ages browsing through teams that we can realistically poach players from. Right, we've had a look at the Norwegian group, 2. How many groups are there? Oh, there's only 2 groups, but then, don't worry, folks, there's Division 3 Group 1. It gets deeper. Hey, James, mate, thank you for the 25 months, dude. What's my thoughts on Bimley's Mega Chippy? What is Bimley's Mega... Please tell me I'm not the only person. Is it a chip shop? I love chips, so I'll say it's good. Great chip shop. He's quite good, but he's not super young. We need players who are 18 or younger because then they'll get homegrown in nation status. So one of the reasons, just to remind you guys, one of the reasons why youngsters are so important in this save game is that we need 8 homegrown at club players that are in the league. To get homegrown at club, you have to be at our team for 3 years before the age of 22. So as a result, it's kind of important now that we find some 18-year-olds who are going to be able to contribute to that quota, so I'm not stuck holding on to intake players from the early years at our team who just aren't very good. It's a chip shop in Coventry. It's great then. Jack, are you back in Forest or Huddersfield? Forest all day, every day. Sorry to non-Forest fans. Let's have a flick through the teams like this. Actually, I think I'm better off going on overall. He's not bad. Perfectionist personality, 17. He's only just turned 17 today. That's a creepy sentence to say, isn't it, with no context. Fun fact about Strommen, they have one of the largest shopping centres in Norway. There you go, everyone. Facts we're learning. Who said Twitch and the internet wasn't educational? I'm going to have a flick through these teams. We're looking for like random 16-year-olds in the first team. Vålerenga don't count because they are, that'll be their B team. Oh, this team's amateur. They've got lots of players on amateur contracts. We'll have a look through all their players because they're all available for free. Is it a moral behaviour just to look for all the amateur teams who are quite good and then just steal their good players? Does that make me a baddie? Chat, is it too busy to go and do the 3rd division now as well? Bloody hell, we're going to the... We're in deep now. We're deep in the source of looking for players. We're deep in the source. Jack, who are you back in, Vale or Mansfield tomorrow? I don't really have an affiliation, Supersonic, so in the desperate hope that you'll maintain your sub beyond this month, I'll say Port Vale. I'm gambling on the fact there's no Mansfield fans here to take offence. It could be a bold move. It could be a bold move. You're the PSG of the lower Norwegian leagues. We've got promoted once, chat, and become the baddies. Can we discuss the Norwegian 3rd division? Great logo. Big fan. 16-year-old alert. 16-year-old alert. He's good. 16-year-old. Perfectionist personality. Chat, there is some stuff that is said on this stream that I could not say in any other walk of life without being arrested. And I'm just glad that we have the context of Twitch to kind of, conceptualize these things so I don't get done. Blimey. They've not picked a flattering angle for him, have they? I'm not mad, chat. That 16-year-old is really good, right? Casterfjeld. He looks good. Perfectionist personality. How does he compare with Ozcan? Oh, fan. I'm a fan. Thing is, for actual division, he's not actually that good, but we are in a situation where beggars can't be choosers. Did we sign someone from this team before for Promopoikina years ago? I feel like we did. I feel like this team produced really good regens, and I'm not sure why. I say I'm not sure why. They've got really good facilities for the 3rd division of Norway. Yeah, okay, I do remember this team for producing some players that were really good, I feel like. They've got a great headband. Rate that. He looks quite sad about his headband, but I love it. Haukdal. Are we getting this guy in? I mean, he's probably not actually that good, and he is a right midfielder that I don't need. Let's have a flick through their youth teams. Okay, they've got loads of dead players. Bloody hell, this is not great. He's fun. Not sure fun's what we're looking for. Was it Bruas we signed from this team? It might have been. It might have been Alex Bass. This guy's pretty good at 15. I say that. He's not that good. The thing is, I don't really need to hoard youngsters at this point. It's less about hoarding youngsters and more about just finding players who are, like, good enough for our first team. Like this guy! Hello, perfectionist personality again. What's the Norwegian education system like, and why is everyone a perfectionist? He doesn't want to join me, but, you know, we'll add him to the tracking shortlist. Great badge, actually. Can we discuss Hod's badge? Good badge. I know some of you are sat thinking, bloody hell, how long is he going to be doing this for? A while. This guy's good. Really good. Am I mad? Am I mad? I feel like he's a really good defensive midfielder. If I highlight him, he's either-footed as well. Bloody hell, there's a lot to like. There's a lot to like. Isn't Norway the happiest nation in the world according to studies? I believe that's Finland. Oh, he'd rather to keep his development going at Oslo. Well, that's a shame. We'll add to the players to track. Chat, can you come up with a less creepy name than players to track for my player tracking shortlist? The watch list, is that's kind of creepy too, innit? This guy's not bad. Not amazing. I realise I'm not clicking on players without pictures as if that determines they're not good. And I should be clicking... Oh, he's too much. He's too much. He's too much. Sad. He was good, though, that guy. Wait, we're in the Norwegian First Division now. How's that happened? How have I ended up in the Norwegian First Division? How long have I been in the Norwegian... Chat, how long have I been flicking through the Norwegian First Division here? How did this happen? I guess we flicked onto a B team and then, because of how the quick flicking works... Bloody hell, we're deep here. How did this happen? Is this really how many players I looked through earlier? Okay, it was when I went to this team. It then switched to the First Division. We'll go up instead. Hey, Whitey, I'm doing good, thank you, dude. Do we go to Finland after this or Sweden? Why not? Why not both? We're back in the Norwegian First Division. You know what? I've had enough of trying to go through the Norwegian. Let's just go to the Third Division, Group 2. This team don't even exist in a league anymore. Sad. Third Division Group 2. I'm looking for a Third Division. Group 6! How many groups are there? How many groups are there to the Norwegian divisions? I don't know, but I can't flick through the Group 6. Right, give me a different group number. They're not in a league. Can we have a group? They're not in a league. What happened to Norway? Has Norway had a restructuring recently? Because lots of these teams are no longer in the playable leagues. That's the Second Division. Third Division Group 6. I've already been in the Third Division Group 6. Second Division Group 1. It's not going to plan, is it? It's not going to plan. I think it's time maybe... to move over to Sweden. We're going to Sweden, folks. Buckle on in. Do we start in the Second Division? I guess we start with Bromma-Poikano, right? Great team, by the way. Friend of the channel at this point. Thing is, they're quite established. It's really other teams. Nabil Lazar. crap. That's my one-word review. Alexander Persson, crap. Elias Nordstrom, not bad. Alec Brand Ellenson, great name, not what we're looking for. He ain't it, Chief. Keith Sims, oh my word. I mean, capped for New Zealand. Meow, are we back in the first? Oh, it's doing the thing again where it's just put us in the first division. Why? I'm lost in the sauce. You know what? Let's just look at their under 18s. There's probably players here, right? There are, but they're probably Poikina players who I'm not going to be able to sign. I was hoping there'd be some random players playing in the super lower leagues, like this guy who's in the second division, Hugo Bollin. Although he's not, you know what, we'll go to Olympic Malmo and then flick through. Jacob Johansson, not good. Chat, this is not producing good results. I think we hit gold early and now we're just getting lots of pebbles. We've turned up too late. So there's the Premier Division and the First Division Elite. I think the First Division North is our best hope for players. But even then, I'm not sure it's going to be that good looking at some of these. Maybe we hit gold early, everyone. Did I have that guy at Bromma Poikina? I think I did. I recognise his face. Yeah, he did play for Bromma Poikina. Makes sense. How many First Divisions are there? The answer is yes. Hacks, yeah, we are managing in Iceland. Yeah, I agree, Otto. I know people complain about the size of the face pack download, right? Whenever I do my how to install a face pack video, people are like, this download's too big, I need a smaller one. I think it's mental how many of these players have their faces properly in the game. When you consider here that we're looking at like third division Swedish sides, and most of them have pretty good photos. Like obviously, they're like taken from club websites to random photos. And the fact that there's people out there who just compile these face packs, like for the most random clubs, it's a mental effort. Have I ever thought about using Zealand's regen face pack? I have. I've answered this question so many times. It does drive me slightly insane, but I appreciate you don't know the answer. Basically, with that face pack, it works great if you're playing one singular save game. If you're playing multiple save games, you have to swap out the config file between the save games constantly. Otherwise, you'd have players with like the wrong ethnicities absolutely everywhere. And because I do YouTube videos, because I do streaming, it would mean changing the config file like 2 or 3 times a day. And that would just drive me insane. I've never been that bothered by regen faces anyway. But it's just a lot of hassle for something that I don't think is that, like, to me at least, doesn't influence my enjoyment of the game that massively. Yeah, we are doing Fjolnir. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing... Am I pronouncing Fjolnir correctly, chat? No one's gone, you're saying it wrong in a while, so I'm hoping I'm doing it okay. Oh, we love a rare nationality regen. He's good. No shot he'll sign for me, sadly. Do we add him to the to-track shortlist? You know what? Why not? That's what it's there for. Players that we spot and think, you could be good, but not today. Their key player is an 18-year-old goalkeeper, but their hot prospect is not him. I guess it's because he's in on loan. That makes sense. I'm trying, chat. I try my best with pronunciations. I think we all know that. I say that. I've admitted it a few times. Sometimes on YouTube I pronounce names incorrectly on purpose. But that's just because then people correct you saying how you're meant to say it. And then that adds to the algorithm because it's more comments. It's genius, right? You know what, chat? I think we found a few good players through this method. They all play for the same team, I realise. They all play for the same team, and half of them have turned us down anyway. The striker doesn't want to join us. Sad. Fjeld doesn't want to join us either. Sad. What do you mean you're not interested? What do you mean? But we could sign this guy. If he signs for us. He wants to be a regular starter. What are you smoking? I can't give you that. Oh, God, chat. All these players we searched for, I don't think any of them are actually going to be possible to sign. It's, you know what? It's not ideal. I think we peaked early. 800 quid. I've spent... I'd like to apologise, everyone. We've spent 20 minutes looking for players. None of them want to sign for me. Well, actually, no, we say that. This guy wants to join us, Sofjeld. And so does Manfang. And this guy we've bid £1 on, which they might accept. They probably won't. They told me 0 wasn't enough, so I gave them £1. They've asked for 850 quid plus a percentage of sale. Absolutely not. I can't... Right, reject. Do I have to wait until tomorrow? I have to wait until tomorrow. Christian Eriksen didn't want to sign for us, chat. I'm sorry. We're not going to have a Christian Eriksen at home. All right, he's probably not going to talk to us, this guy, but if he does, he's good. Excellent. Lillestrøm are interested. Aren't they quite good? They're a Norwegian Premier Division team. He wants to join us. He wants to join us. This is brand new information. Oh, no relegation release clause. No, no, no. How about £200, but per game that you play, 150. He's going to hate that. 250, every game you play, you get 150. He hates me. I think he actually hates me. Can you stop with this, please? I'll do it. I'll do it. I think he's worth it, right? He's good. We know nothing about his hiddens. He could be injury prone, but that's part of the fun. Hey, Garbellery, it's going good. We got promoted season 1 and we're currently on the hunt for players for the future. Where is Maicon? Maicon's in the team. Maicon's here, everyone. Calm down. Calm down. I know. I've realised we've got Valor up next. Oh, God. We've got Valor. They're the best team in the country. They're the best team in the country, and Maicon is going to play the first game of his career, aged 40, as a defensive midfielder. What could go wrong? Chat, what could go wrong? This is his first game at the club. This is not the first game of the league season. Just as a reminder, this is the League Cup, which is like a warm-up pre-season tournament. It's a big day. Look at that. You know it's a big day when lots of players need numbers. Do I have to give these all numbers? Bloody hell, right. Can I not just give them any old number? Or they have to take other players' numbers who aren't in the first team? Oh, God, now they're taking each other's numbers. Right, is that fine? Can I leave now? Thank you. Okay, chat. Big moment for us. We're taking on the best team in the country. Sorry's making his debut. Ozcan's making his debut. Maicon's making his debut. Pape Kamara learning to play centre-back. Throwing him in at the deep end. We hope he can swim. We'll see what happens. Oh, God, it's snowy. It's snowy. I don't like snow. Do our players like snow? Probably not. My numbers make you feel sick. Well, the issue is I'm only allowed to use the numbers 1 to 25, I believe. So you have to rotate the numbers players are given. So over a season, the numbers just get jumbled. Oh, what? We got a chance for Howson. Probably should have scored that. Also, this ball is very yellow. Has anyone noticed the ball hasn't got... Oh, it has got a shadow, but the shadow is so soft that the ball looks fake. I assume that looks the same for everyone, right? Like, the ball is almost too yellow. To the point where it kind of looks like a yellow circle. Like, there's no real shading on it. Ozcan, please. It's an own goal, but we don't care. We're beating the best team in the country. We're bloody brilliant. We're bloody brilliant. Where's Maicon playing? We're training Maicon to play as a defensive midfielder, as a playmaker. He's never played there before, but he's going to learn. He's too slow to play at wing-back, but he's got the footballing ability to play in the middle. The blue lines on the field are because it's snowing, so if you had white lines, you wouldn't be able to see them. Which is a thing in real life, I believe. Yeah, that's why we've got blue lines, everyone. Yeah, there is no snow in the background. I complained about this season 1. Look at the trees, chat. None of the trees have snow on it. That's my feature request for next year. You know, when people go, well, chat, what do you want in FM23? Snow in the trees, please. Did you see their thing there? Some players... It's behind my head. Jack, hide your head. How do I hide my head? Here we go. Some player... Oh, it's just gone. My assistant's there going, Mr. Space. Mr. Space. Oh my God, we've scored again. Chat, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Have it, Valor. Have it. Eat it. We're better than you. Oh my God, imagine if we win the League Cup. Do you get anything for winning the League Cup? I don't think the winner... I never checked the rules of what the winner actually gets. Oh, the winner gets 1.5k, but no continental spot. Well, that's a shame. So there's no point in winning this. Sorry, not sorry. Near post header for the man. Oh my God. Oh, we want another. The worst Johnson. He's quite quick, the worst Johnson. Who's that there? Ozcan is very big, I've just noticed. How tall is Ozcan? Sorry. He's a centre-back, right? So I assumed he must be not small. 183 cm. That's not that tall. You know, he's just stood next to a small player, I guess. He did look big, right, in the match engine. I'm not going crazy. He's not that tall. Oh, God, they've got a corner. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, their centre-backs are on bookings. They can't contain us. Also, it's 15-something in that other game. Oh, wait, no, that's the time of the kickoff. Doesn't make it look like it's 15... They've lost count in that game. There's some match fixing going on. Unsure of how many goals Grotter actually got. What a film for 45 minutes. I can't English. Yeah, to be fair, 183 centimeters is above the average height. The reason I'm surprised is because that's my exact height, and I don't consider myself tall. We've had this conversation on stream before. I feel like people assume I'm smaller than I am. Like I met up with Proudy recently, Proudy and Blanco. And the first thing that Proudy says to me is, "You're taller than I thought you were." Which is weird, because I've met Proudy before and he'd just forgotten how tall I was. The average height in Iceland is 182 centimetres. Well, there we go. How am I feeling about tomorrow? I'm trying not to think about tomorrow. Is it weird that, like... I'm trying not to overthink about the Champions League. They've just scored. Is it offside? It won't count! See, I just had to talk it into existence. Right, Hafthorsson's coming on. Chat, Hafthorson has been out for 10 months with an injury. Was it 10 months in the end? 7 months. He's been out for 7 months. We were told it could be up to 10. Can we have a round of applause, please, as this man re-enters the pitch? It's a big, big moment for him. Yeah, he's been out, long-term injury, and he's returning today. Very happy for him. If he scores, we're on the pitch. But yeah, I've not really been thinking about the final tomorrow. I've been trying not to think about it. Oh my God, we're actually going to win. Maicon got an assist and Pape Kamara scored. My assistant has spent 80 minutes telling me they're out of position. They've both linked up. I don't believe it. That's a mad header, by the way, from that angle. Oh my God. Ozcan's about to get told off. I'm going to do a shout to cancel the highlights. They don't score their free kick. This is what we call a pro gamer move, chat. If a highlight starts at the beginning, you think, crap, they've got a free kick. Do a shout. And it changes the outcome sometimes. Didn't work that time. Well, that's awkward. I mean, it was a good free kick, to be fair. Imagine if the original free kick was going over. You know what? I've scored against myself there. Can we get a goal? Powson. Sorry. Oh, he's... Imagine if they came back here and drew. I don't want to imagine it. Oh, sorry. Bloody hell, Ibrahim, sorry. Wait, are they down to 10 men as well? Have they had an injury after they've made their subs? Oh my God, Pettersson's a god. It's fine. I don't know what's just that. It's like a clown fiesta in the box, but it's not in the back of the net. That's all that matters. I'm calm. Are they actually down a man? That makes the fact they are down a man. The fact that we're on the back foot so much is embarrassing there. But we've beaten the best team in the country. Can we discuss that, chat? That is, you know what? That's great play. Injury woe for Christiansen. What injury did he get? Oh, 4 to 6 weeks. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Oh, Kamara scored on his debut. This man has been brought in, by the way, to be a set-piece merchant. 14 jumping reach, 15 heading. We've just beaten the champions in a pre-season game. I mean, to be fair, I think they rotated their team. But it's still the champions, chat. It's still the champions. Did Eyolfsson, did he play the last game? Did he play the game? I think he did actually play against us. How have Valur done in their Champions League games? Where did they get to? They lost in the Conference League Champions Path, third qualifying round, second leg. That rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? We're bloody good. We're bloody good. We've just beaten the champions. Are we the real deal? He's got a year contract, everyone. He's got a year contract. Maicon becomes oldest ever player for Fjolnir and in the League Cup. Round of applause, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Maicon. We're teaching an old dog new tricks by teaching him to play... You know what? He should be on a regista, not deep line playmaker. What a play. He got an assist as well. 7.3. You know what I mean too? Coming into someone's chat for the first time and writing as your first comment, boy, go to Armenia, makes you look like a massive twat. That's that. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully you can, I don't know, have a better second impression, I suppose. This guy just signed a new deal, so I'll just give him another new contract. We'll go with that. Hopefully he joins us this time. Grandpa Maicon. I feel like he is a bit of a grandpa figure in the dressing room. As long as his legs don't give up on him, which they kind of already have. But they don't need, it doesn't matter if they give up. I like the fact that Solfjeld just signed a new deal with his club, so he just went back and gave him the same contract offer again. Because that's how the game works. All I see is Minecon. Bloody love Minecon. Hey, Brun, how's it going? First season ended with us getting promoted. We finished second. I would have liked to have got promoted a little bit more convincingly. But we still take it, right? But we're now preparing for promotion. I'm trying to get rid of a couple of first-team players who really aren't good enough. Did Manfang join us? Manfang we've got for 350 quid. He's a bargain if he joins. Okay, we've got offers. Okay, Snorrison is leaving. That's really good. I did not think we'd be able to get rid of him. Who made a bid? KV? Okay, they play in the league below us. Sofield, are we signing this guy? He's not as good as Manfang, but he's 18 and he's pretty good. I want to compare him with Forhausen here. Solfjeld, yeah, he's better than our current best centre attack in mid. 18, one for the future. We'll get homegrown at club. Jack, trust me, Solfjeld is horrible. You know what? It's too late now. He's joined us. We do still have Carl. Is he better than Carl? Chat, he's better than Carl. Great player. One of the lads. Centre mid on attack. He'll be good. He'll be a good backup to Manfang. Our team is not very good, basically. My phone vibrated. Why did my phone vibrate? Why am I getting emails from LinkedIn? Leave me alone. No one wants Leoson. I've been told teams are interested. Can those interested teams please stand up? Do we want Theodore Arneson on loan? He's injury prone, but it's a cheap loan for the year with an optional fee, which I won't pay. We'll get him in. Right, we're getting the team is getting bolstered. The team is getting bolstered, chat. We're starting to look like an actual squad. It's weird, isn't it, how Solfjeld is given a 1.5-star rating by our staff because they're just so guided by his, well, reputation. Like, they give him a 1.5 star, but then when you compare him against the guy in green, who is considered twice as good in terms of stars, doesn't make any sense. Also, £25 a week for 3 years. That's a good backup transfer. Yeah, we have to pay him a lot if he actually plays games, but he's going to be on the bench once Manfang joins. No one wants Leoson. Someone take Leoson. Can you find a new club, mate? Can you? I'll pay you £5 to f*** off. Thank you. Chat, he's here. Manfang. He's going to be mad for us. Oh, he's consistent too. It gets better. He's injured. 4 to 7 weeks. Oh, I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it. I don't care if he's injured. We'll look after him. Our goalkeeper's got a virus for 2 weeks. He's got... What have you got, lads? Well, we'll send him home, I guess. 2 weeks with a virus. Blimey. Oh, chat, Manfang is so good. I'm so sad. So I think our strongest bench right now will be something like this. When we're fully fit, that is our best 11. Let's save this best 11. We've got a squad now, I feel like. To be fair, we brought in Lundqvist, didn't we, as an alternative goalkeeper who's not amazing, but he's £50 a week. I did promise him he was a cup goalkeeper, so it's probably good to give him some games. He got told to self-isolate. Yeah, he probably got pinged on the app. Do African players count as EU? I don't think so in our league. Chat, our team is looking quite good suddenly. So Snorrison's about to leave, so demote him. So our current squad size is 25. But Leoson might leave. And if he leaves, then we've got this guy coming in, potentially. Is he better than Manfang? He's probably better than Man. You know what? We're good. What's my goal with this save game? I would like to win the Champions League. I'd like to win the Champions League. That's the main aim. What does the league think of our finish? Let's wait until we get this next transfer done in. Okay, Snorrison's going. By the way, 3k for Snorrison is madness. This guy has been awful for us last year. And we just got 3.5k for him. Happy days. Can someone bid on Leoson? I just want him off the wages. He's 30 and he's just not good enough. The nice thing about the young Norwegians we picked up is that they'll get homegrown at club status, which is pretty important. I'm curious, where do we reckon the media predict us to finish? Now, I think we'll still be favourites to the drop because the players that we've signed are pretty low rep signings. Hey, nice. Red on Planner? Red on Planner. I feel like Red on's a funner name. It's not a cheap one. 325. I say it's not cheap. That's still pretty cheap. He's a big upgrade as well on what we've already got. Oh, chat. It might move Carl out of the team and Manfang to the bench. I think the nice thing about all these centre mids we've signed is that when Maicon retires at the end of the year, we probably already have his replacement. Huge potato, mate. Thank you for the 11 months. So close to 1 year. Can't wait until I'm doing my engineering exam. It's been taking me away from my FM time for the last 6 months. How long until it's done, Huge Potato? Also, what kind of engineering is it? Is it civil or mechanical? Or what's the dealio? I'm curious now. My older brother studied civil engineering. Okay, chat. Are we done? I feel like we might be done with our transfer business here. We've brought in Arneson. I mean, who's left from last year? Jonsson's left from last year. Gudmundsson, Pettersson. It's a new midfield, and it's the same strikers. So we've brought in Ozcan at centre mid. I mean, Ozcan versus Planner. They're very complimentary. Planner's pretty sick, isn't he? Planner's really good. Like, really, really good. To the point where when Maicon retires, he could probably slot in as our regista if we wanted to persist with it. That's not even a mad idea. I might even start training him to be the next Maicon. What's more important to improve, his balance or his composure in decision-making? I'm going to say his composure in his decision-making. What's the Maicon backstory? Well, we had him in China and he was quite good. So when I realised we could sign him, we signed him again. I feel like we've got Sorry for a bit of steel, Ozcan for the box-to-box kind of work rate and stamina and teamwork, and then Planner for a bit of creativity. I love the fact, by the way, we've still got the second best Jonsson and the worst Jonsson as our two strikers. Although, at least in Arneson now, we do have kind of a plan B in terms of like a really tall striker who, if we need a bit of a Stephen Gold-like player, he could be the man. So the new left back we've got in Brun is an Icelandic international, which I think is pretty big. We signed him for 11k, which is the most we've spent on a player. But I think for like, in terms of getting in a good Icelandic player who's an international, good determination, very good wing back, good signing. And then Kamara is the new centre-back we've brought in. He can't actually play centre-back yet. But once he learns to play centre-back, he's going to be sick. And we've actually got to make sure that we have him... is he right only footing? He is. We need to make sure on set pieces, he's the man at the near post for them all. Okay, he is. Happy days. Oh, God, why is the set piece taking creator so bad, chat? Can someone why is it so bad? I feel like I'm wrestling with a cactus. I don't know what wrestling with a cactus feels like, just to be clear. Who's our best corner taker? Maicon and Planner. Perfect. Well, in that case, we'll just have the deep line playmaker take the set pieces. So that'll be the DM. Takes it, crosses it in. The right back is no longer taking it, so he just stays back. The centre mid can attack the far post. Why is the set piece creator so bad, chat? Like, genuinely, I hate it with a passion. It is easily the worst part of the game. I like to believe, and I might be wrong, but I'd like to believe that Sports Interactive watch streamers and YouTubers wrestle with this page and feel a bit embarrassed by how bad it is. Because it is actually tragic how bad it is. Can we all agree on that? Like, it is hilariously bad. Like, it just makes me angry. Okay, that's fine. So our defensive mid is always going to take them, but if Maicon's injured, it automatically goes to Planner anyway, who will play as that player. So that's fine. Like, the thing to do with a set piece take would basically to be you pick your routine, right? You pick your routine for the corner. So say this is the setup I want. You position players where you want them. And then you make a hierarchy of players for each thing. So, for example, for the centre mid on attack, I list, in the same way you list set piece takers, you list all the players who possibly you'd want to play that position in order of who should take priority. And also you are able to prioritise the positions on the pitch in terms of which is the one that should pick the highest priority. So, for example, if you had... the near post guy here and the second choice from already plays somewhere else. If the first choice isn't there, the second choice is automatically pulled across. Like, it really wouldn't be that complicated, he says, with no programming knowledge. But, like, basically, set up the routine and then have the players in separately. And also have the set pieces not tied to the formation. Or at least the option where your set pieces apply between formations. Because in real life, teams do not change their corner routine completely when they go from a 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2. Players might shuffle around because there's different players on the pitch. But it's not like they look around and go, well, shit, we've only got 2 centre mids, so now we're going to do everything differently. It makes me really angry how bad it is. It's so bad. Chat, we never checked our pre-season odds. We were the favourites for the drop. Where do we reckon we're going to be now? I feel like we've made good additions to the team, but we don't have as much quality as the other teams still. But I'm happy we've brought in some really good young players. Let's have a look. So the prediction was bottom. It's now They don't think we're going to go down. I mean, it's only just above the drop. I mean, that makes me feel good. Who do they consider our best players? Oh, Planner's instantly gone in. And Fredriksson's gone in. That kind of makes sense. There we go. It's Fram last place. Get in there. They're as good as down. 1 or 2 promotions, 1 or 2 loans you can get promoted. I'm not sure if a few loans would get us promoted. I mean, it'd be quite the challenge to get promoted out of this division, I feel like, in the first season. Really. Do you agree, chat? I just feel once you're in the Premier League and there's no league above you, like, getting promoted is quite the challenge. But maybe next season. Maybe next season we'll get promoted out the top division. This is the top league. They're asked. Sorry. I've had some fun there, chat. I've had some fun there. I was doing a joke. We'll get promoted to the European Super League, everyone. Sincere Seth is still available, chat. Sincere Seth is still sat there. There's some Icelandic players here with allegedly some potential. Now, do I believe that potential? Probably not. Also, we're over the wage budget. Oh, God. I'm going to lose my job. Okay. Hjalmarsson is a fake virtual player. Where's our goalkeeper? Let's promote Georgeson. Are we done, chat, for pre-season? I got 27 players. I can't register all of these. Who's here who's not meant to be here? Leoson needs to leave. Leoson, more like Levoson. Am I right? If I had to get rid of one more player, who am I getting rid of? Probably Paulson, I think. Although is Paulson homegrown at club? He's not, so he could be the one that we get rid of. How many homegrown at club players are we at? 9. Is that because of the goalkeeper I've just promoted? Yeah, it is. Okay, so Georgian is homegrown at club. Maybe that's worth considering as having him as our third choice. I mean, chat, I could get rid of Carl. Is that blasphemy to talk about getting rid of Carl? I mean, our depth's pretty good because we've got such a versatile squad, and because we're playing a formation with so many centre mids, we've kind of got lots of centre mids in abundance, but obviously they all do different roles. I'll be honest, Gislason here, I kind of want to terminate his loan. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's good. I was about to say, I don't think he's that good. I just don't think he's good enough. He's operating at a 2nd division level. That is 2 leagues below us currently. Get him gone. Right. Let's play this next game in the League Cup. I just realised, because we beat Valor, even though we drew the first game, we do actually have an actual chance of making it out of this group stage suddenly. That'd be pretty neat. Right, we're taking on Frotter. What username? What he says. Apparently I spent too long on the internet, chat. Why is this going red? Why is it angry with me? I have to replace players who already have numbers. Oh, I guess it's because Thomason has a number. Thomason's not even in the first team. Why would he need a number? Okay. Okay. Is this team good? I'm still learning who's who. Okay, they are predicted to do very badly in the league below us. So this should be a spanking. I know it's easy to get a bit carried away. But I feel like we've got quite a good team. Now, like, again, maybe I'm getting carried away. I feel like we've done really well transfer business-wise. That Norwegian club we stumbled across and stole 3 of their first-team players from. Very useful. Maicon and Pape Kamara are being played out position. You don't know what you're talking about. They're learning. They learn by doing. Look, Maicon's doing great. I'm going to click on Maicon so we can keep track of him. Maicon, have a go. Just shoot. Fredrickson. Kamara scored, didn't he, last game? I want to see us score a corner. That'd be ideal. Who do I think has the best kits next season? I've not actually looked at next season's football kits, chat, for the Premier League, like, at all. I've seen the Liverpool kit, and I think I've seen Man City's kit. Does Man City's kit have a red collar? How does the Icelandic league system work? So there is a first division and a second division. Each of those leagues has 12 teams. 2 teams move between the 2 leagues. The top division of 12 teams has 4 spots for Europe. Top spot get a Champions League, kind of Champions path route. Other 3 teams go into the Conference League. Oh my word. We've scored. It counts. And then on top of that, you play 22 league games per season. The current competition we're playing is like a pre-season cup. What's my camera settings? It's TV camera, lowest height, max zoom. Who had the long shot there? Was that Ozcan? Who was it? It was Ozcan. Probably should get an assist for that, right? Yeah, we're managing in Iceland, and the Icelandic league season, as we've discovered kind of firsthand, is very, very short. So we should get through seasons pretty quickly with this save game. Which, when we're trying to build up a nation from nothing and when we're striving towards winning a Champions League, is it's quite nice. We just beat the best team in the country, and now we're drawing against the team in the league below us. I think there is a camera command. I think if you type in ! camera, does it come up? There is a command, huge potato. Right, chat, take note. Anytime you see anyone come in here and go, what camera is it? You know what to do now. Do players develop less because you play less games? Theoretically, there's probably a little bit of that. But not like I wouldn't say it's a significant amount. They scored from a corner. That's upsetting. Would our first choice goalkeeper have saved it? Maybe. Where's Mabley come from? Words are hard. I want to try playing Planner higher up here and see what you can do. I'm going to bring in Arneson as well and play him as a target forward on attack. Maicon's not. He's on a yellow card, chat. Should we be worried? Maybe. Are we worried? Absolutely not. Do I holiday from October to April then? No. Like we get through pre-season pretty quickly. I think, I mean, long-term viewers of the stream will know, I play through seasons fast. I play through FM fairly quick. I feel like I've played it enough that often I can kind of speed run a little bit. But like we've gone from the end of last season to the start of this season in maybe 5 hours, like an hour a season. Sorry, an hour a month. Which for a pre-season really isn't that bad. Like I'd probably spend as long as that, like in another pre-season, like in another country anyway. Because the transfer window doesn't open until February anyway. So there's like an initial rush of signing players for free. But then we can't sign anyone until Feb. So a lot of it's just here and continue. When players turn 18, playing time is much more important than training for development, apparently. I feel like that is a quote that is taken out of context from the feature designer who talked about it, Seb. I think he talked about it on the forums. Like, match time is important when a player is 18, but training still matters, but training alone won't guarantee a player's development. Like, there's a combination of playing time and the training. But it's not like suddenly at a player turns 18 and all of a sudden, if they're not playing matches, they won't develop. Planner, forward to the worst. Johnson. Maybe I should keep a 4-1-2-1-2 in my back pocket, because that's worked quite well, hasn't it? Anya Todd, thank you very much for subbing with the Prime. Appreciate you, dude. Brun, how's the youth intake? Rubbish. Rubbish. It was really, really bad. Is that a hat-trick for the worst Johnson, everyone? He struggled last year. He lived in the shadow of the second best Johnson. He was the best Johnson, and then I changed my mind on him. Maybe this is his redemption story. How did Maicon do? Maicon got a 7.3 chat. Planner got both assists when we moved him forward. That's what we want to see. Was that That was Planner's debut, chat. Man's just got 2 assists on his debut. Give him some praise. Give that man a coconut. I kind of want to go back and look at the team that we signed him from again. Does FM track the kilometers run in a game? I think you can look at the distance run. I'm curious here with Planner's previous club. Also, we spent 850 quid on him. Was it worth it? I'm going to say yes. Okay, Nikolai Eriksson is considered their new hot prospect. He doesn't want to join me. I feel offended. This is their key man. He's very good. Lily Lovo. Lily, do you want to sign for me? 17k. I can't afford him, chat, but I really want him. I can't afford him this year, but, you know, do some installments maybe? Give you 15k over 3 years? How about give you £1 now? That's a lot of money, by the way. Then something like this. I want to keep it a round number. You're hurting me. Yeah, I'll give you 20. I'll give you 20k. £1 and 20k. This is a good deal, right? I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to afford this guy's wages. That's how not to negotiate, by the way. Can I have some more wage budget, please? And transfer budget too would be nice. I know that we're massively in debt, but I am spending within the numbers that you give me. So it's not my fault. That Lil Lovo guy looks good, right, chat? I'm not getting caught up on nothing here. He'll probably not want to sign for us anyway. I'd quite like our own little Norwegian contingent. Okay, look. New deal. I'll give you 2k now because I can actually afford that. Then over 3 years, I'll give you 15k. But here's the kicker, everyone. This is the big sauce right here. For the 3 years after that, I'll give you 15 grand again. It's 30k. That's quite a lot. Let's lower that. I'm getting carried away here. How about this? That's a good deal. That's a good deal. No one wants Leoson. Leoson, can you just leave on a free? I know what's going to happen. Someone's going to bid on him here. Then the board are going to intervene and go, you can't sell him for free. I'm just upset. Who's the 17-year-old on the transfer screen? I decided to sign a 17-year-old right back from Jamaica because I could. I thought he looked quite good. Could sign him on a free. Doesn't join us till he turns 18 next year. Yeah. Hoping we can sell him on for some profit. Little Lovo means little lion in Norwegian. So you said I can nickname him Simba. Board, can we increase the transfer budget? Nope. Nope is the answer. I want to sign Simba. Are any of our players attracting interest? Leoson is the only player attracting interest. He's also the player who no one will bid on. Chat, Carl is quite overpaid, isn't he? Carl is quite overpaid. Like, I know he's had a great career at the club, but he is overpaid. We've got nine homegrown at club players as well. How does Manfang compare with Carl? He's way better than Carl. How does... There was another youngster I wanted to compare him with. Solfjeld. How does he compare with Carl? Why is Carl here? Carl, you're on 400 quid, mate, and you're actually valued at something. I hope he's not going to be unhappy with me for this. They've negotiated an offer for Lil Lovo. Mate, I can't go above 2k. I literally do not have that 2k that you're asking for. Why? I'm doing all this negotiation. He won't want to sign for me anyway. He's already on £500. Can't afford it. Why am I doing it to myself, chat? I'm negotiating with him knowing that I can't sign him. Their right back here is quite good. Is he better than the second best Jonsson? I say the second best. He's our Jonsson. He's a bit better than Jonsson. Is he available for free? No. I don't want to spend money on him. Oh, Carl, leave me alone. Jonsson, solve the problem. Carl, thank you, Jonsson. No one's going to want to buy Carl, are they? I was going to smash our transfer record for the Little Lion, but he's turned us down. Loan offer made for Leoson. I don't really want to have I'd rather keep him around in the first team than be paying over £100 of his wages. What about a loan with all of his wages covered? I just need him out of the club, even if he doesn't leave for money. Hey, Dupe, how's it going, brother? How are we? I've not seen you on the Minecraft server lately, Dupe. Where have you been? I've been very worried. Also, SCS on Monday, are you there? Oh, there's Icelandic regens available, chat. There's Icelandic regens. Actually, they're not even regens. Chat, how long have we been live? I think I'm going to wrap up soonish. I kind of want to get to a point where I've done all my transfer business. And I think we're almost there. If not, we are there. If no one else came and went now, have we got a team ready to try and stay up? We've got one player too many. Basically, the mission is get rid of Carl or Leoson before the season starts. But of course, we've got the League Cup. The actual Premier Division doesn't start until May for another 2 months. Have the odds updated at all? I think the odds just got worse for us. So our salary per year is 476k. Is that the lowest in the league? Okay, Keflavik pay less, but everyone else pays more. Also, sorry, he's not developing. Sorry, what's happening, mate? I suppose probably should set up his training, really, shouldn't I? That's probably the issue. Am I happy, chat? That's a deep question, isn't it? Am I happy with my team in Football Manager? I feel like we've definitely strengthened it. Which I guess is the big thing. Yeah, you could be right about Carl being more versatile. It's kind of just whoever gets an offer for them. How good's this guy? He's very good. He's very good. How much does he want a week? Can't afford £900 a week. Why are you recommending him to me? Why are we here? Just get my hopes up and then just dash them quite expertly. Bravo. I think I'm done, chat, in terms of transfer business. There might be one or two more players that we do as very late moves. But I think in general, we've strengthened the team as best we can, which considering our budget isn't that good. Our next game in the Icelandic League Cup is against Keflavik. Vala drew a game. Okay, we're in a spot where we could actually do well in the Icelandic League Cup. If we win our next game with one game left, we could even guarantee ourselves a spot in the next round, which would be massive. Well, that'd be a cool thing to come back for next time. Keflavik as well, who we're taking on, are the team with the lowest wage budget in our new division. They're predicted to finish directly above us, so playing them next time out should be pretty interesting. So we've got a net spend of 8k. We are the big spenders. Simba hasn't joined us. I really wanted to sign Simba, but I couldn't justify it. Also, we did find one club, didn't we, here, and just kind of steal their good players. Have they got any more good players? It'd be rude not to have just a quick second check, wouldn't it, really? I think we've taken all their good players who are actually like worth considering. Their goalkeeper's good, but he didn't want to join us, which was a bit sad. But we're in the wage budget. There's a little bit of transfer budget. I think we're done. I'm taking my hand off my keyboard. I think it's done. Right, gang, we're going to wrap things up there for today. We will be back live on Monday, though, so fret not. We're back to start. Well, the League Cup's going to resume, I guess. I was going to say we're going to start the season. We could win a cup competition if we're not careful. I mean, the way it's laid out right now, because everyone's slipping up and drawing, actually in a really good spot to win it. Can we raid Abby? Is Abby live at the moment? Of course we can. Oh, she's managing Stockholm as well. It gets even better. Right, chat, we're going to go over and raid Abby, who's live right now. She's been a long-term viewer of the stream, got into streaming recently. And I know they've been really, really busy kind of streaming away. I think they've been had maybe a little bit of a break, but they're back now. They're managing in the Nordic nations as well. But gang, I hope you've enjoyed hanging out today. Hopefully Liverpool win tomorrow. Hopefully I do well in Weekend League in FIFA. I probably won't. I'm going to get really tilted, aren't I? I just want Mbappe. It's not happening. It's not happening. Anyway, we're going to go and raid over to Abby. Show her a load of love. I'll see you guys again soon. Take care. And yeah, that's all from me. That's all, folks. Good pre-season stream today, I think. If we get relegated, it's not going to have been, is it?